Oh boy, I had to do that, didn't I? Okay, cool. Well, still don't have the ability to toggle things off and on when in Motion Studio. That's something they're working on, but that's beta. That's beta software for you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braethorn. How the heck are you doing? And also, I can't move something without it switching to that camera, apparently. So there's no, like, you know, studio mode like you have in OBS. But glad to have you guys here. Is my mic on? My mic's on, right? Yes, good. Okay, I don't need to look at that. I don't need to look at this. Let me hide that. My window wasn't big enough to see that stuff. What's up, guys? How are we doing out there in YouTube land? Della, don't be lying to my face like that. Come on. Come on. They're way cuter streamers. I ain't here trying to be the cutest in the room. I mean, it happens sometimes. If I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling it, you know? You gotta feel it. But glad to have you guys here. For those who are here. This stream is not really designed to be a super successful big stream. That's okay with me if it isn't. This is designed to basically, I'm going to be looking for stuff. This is going to end up being Monday's episode. So, people show up. Awesome. Cool. I can help you guys find stuff. That'd be great. I mean, you know, I'm not doing the individual thing. This right here, we're going to try to find the best systems that we can at the best prices that we can get in time for the holidays. That is the goal. That's what we're going to do. And that does narrow it down quite a bit. I mean, a bunch of our usual options are right out. They're out of there because it's like you can't get a build from that's not ready to ship from Alexander PCs. Skytech ones, a lot of them are going to be, you'll have to go through, say, Amazon or Newegg or something like that if you want to get a Skytech system by then. So there are caveats to buying a PC. Now, for those of you who don't care when you get it, this one doesn't apply to you quite as much. But, because also, I mean, if you're giving a PC as a gift to somebody, by the way, for the holiday season, wow, that's awesome. That's a crazy awesome gift. But I imagine most people would be even thankful to know, like, hey, I ordered you a PC. You're going to get it. It just didn't get here in time. Here's the receipt. Or not receipt, but here's the thing proving I ordered it. There you go. Don't give them the receipt. That's, you know, you don't do that, right? I don't think so. Anyway. Never could lie. No. Hey, hope you're having a good night. Myra Molina, hope you are as well. Mark Atkinson, greetings yourself. Illuminat Me says, hey, how you doing? Texas Bass Fishing. Yeah, what's up? This is... Oh, what's up, Ticklers? How you doing? I didn't change platforms. I can stream on either one, just not both at the same time. I've missed a couple of Twitch streams because my workload has been... I have a video I'm uploading tomorrow. This one's for Monday. I have 2 PCs I'm working on simultaneously. I've been overworked and overstressed, and it's honestly really... The holidays are like that, though. I also need to get a monitor review out, a laptop review out. Like, I can't get all this stuff out, man. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I don't know. I'm just going to keep on trucking, I guess. Maybe bring... see if Onware is available to give a little bit more help with the, you know, with the editing. That'd be good. I gotta say, not a big fan of the YouTube dashboard. Don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. It's not the best. Let me make sure. Let me get a preview window up so I always make sure I'm on the right camera. Because that annoys you guys when I'm on the wrong camera. It annoys me too. Don't you worry. I agree with you 100%. Very annoying. There we go. Okay. All right. Cool. Excellent. Awesome. My short circuit hoodie came in today, so I'm like very happy. I'm the face behind Montague. Oh, okay, cool. Welcome. What's up? How's it going? But yeah, Ticklish, glad to have you here, buddy. I just do certain event streams here. If you go back, I've had some pretty awesome ones. But basically, when I do an unboxing and review stream, it's going to be here. My PC help streams, which have been missing as of late, those are going to remain on Twitch, because those are the streams that got me to partner on Twitch. So I'm like, I'm not going to stop doing those. And also, I'd love to help you guys out. I just really like to do that. There's a lot of times where we can have a lot of successes, and it's a lot of fun. And we like fun. Who doesn't? Right? But I hope you guys are down to look around, because I did not get any word from any system integrators of like, hey, we're going to... It was nothing like we got with Black Friday, where I got like spreadsheets of stuff that I could collate and bring together for you. That we're going to make our own. We're going to find some awesome deals, make a spreadsheet of it, and we're going to do that together. You guys can let me know what you think of certain deals, and we'll go from there. Oh, look, because it's like teal. Haha, magic bottle. I'm glad my hoodie doesn't seem to be disappearing, but it is looking a little bit noisy right here from the green screen. But there's no green there, so I don't know what's going on with that. No, whatever. But you guys can tell why I wanted the short circuit hoodie for like forever, right? These are like my colors, man. That's just obviously, yeah. Bought Alexander PC because of your review. Awesome, Shawnee. That's great. Happy to hear it. When did you get that? Has it come in already? How is it running? How are you liking it? How was the experience? The purchasing experience? All of that. I feel like my light's a little cold. Let me adjust it. Cool, I should say, not cold. A little cool. Yeah, I look more human. I can bring it down a little bit, though. So I fit in a little better with the background. Okay, cool. It's weird doing something that's going to be a YouTube video in my motion studio space. I love it. I love this space. I love doing the 3D thing. It's a lot of fun. I get to do like cool, fun transitions like that. Oh, actually, my overlay is not going to work, so I got to fix that. Let me fix my thing real quick. There we go. Then I'm going to go in here. And this is way too small for me to work with. Okay, there we go. And we'll go to that one right there and bring it down. We'll also maybe enlarge that a little bit. Let me also mess with the chroma keying. Well, that wasn't a good idea, was it? That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Let me do that with my main camera too. But I got to do these fun transitions and stuff, and you don't have to edit those. I know that Cuddles, hi Cuddles, you're going to be editing this later, and I know it's a lot of work, and I'm very sorry, but I appreciate you. Okay, so that should have fixed my... Oh, nope, that's not good. Hold on. Sorry for horrifying you, if that's what's happening. Sorry. I don't know why there is such a shallow margin here for getting this exactly right. I just don't want there to be any, like, noisiness with this. There we go. I think that looks pretty dang good. All right, that'll work. Cool. It was ready to ship. Oh, literally ordered it last Thursday. Got it on Tuesday. Ready to ship. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's something that you can do. There's going to be... We're going to take a look at the companies we know do ready-to-ship PCs that do custom PCs. We're going to take a look at what they've got. You've got Power GPU, Alexander PCs, companies like that. We're going to take a look at that. We're not going to miss out on that one. But those are going to be, like, limited. There'll be one or two of them. Of each model. So that's not going to help that many people. Finding out what a lot of people could get is going to be more helpful. So that's why that business model is tough. It's tough for me to talk about, because maybe I help one person. It's not even that good for the system integrator. Maybe they sell one PC for something I talk about for 5 minutes. It's not efficient for what I do. What I do is I need to try to help the most people possible with the videos. With the streams is where I can get individual. Scotty wanted to beam aboard. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Alucard for help with my 7900 XTX Ryzen. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that'll be awesome. That's a great case for that. We love APC in this house. Oh, Della. Yeah, absolutely. They did build yours. Okay. So, let's start having a little look-see. Let's start having a little look around. Music was a little too cool. Oh, actually, I'm not going to have music in this because I'm going to be recording. I actually have to do my intro still. So let's do the intro. And I feel like my lighting is a little bit weird here. Give me a second. I needed a little bit of fill light right here, and that looks a lot better. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got the shirt that says Now Live that I got at PAX West. PAX East, actually. All right. I usually have to. Here's my thing, guys. I don't script anything. I figure everything out on the fly. Like whenever you see me do a joke, whatever, I didn't plan that joke. It was just something that, you know, improv is my background. But that's through the edit though is where it looks really polished. Like maybe I am scripting it because I'll say it a few times. Like get it. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. When it's like an intro or something. When I'm just doing conversational, that's just me being like conversational. You know, just saying stuff, whatever. But for those of you who've never seen me film something live, seen that process, it could be like, how many times are you going to say this? And I don't repeat myself very often. It's usually a one take and I'm good. But yeah. Yeah. Hi, all white? Oh, the black with the black interior, all that? Yeah. Tried to order a custom, they were fast to reply, but then they posted the ready to ship, and it was exactly what I wanted. That's awesome. All right, magic smoke, or vapor, I guess. Okay. You guys are lucky though, because you get to experience this, and you're gonna hear me say, and this video is sponsored by CDK Deals, and then you don't have to watch that. Unless you want to support me by watching the video anyway, even after you've watched the whole stream, I would appreciate that. Views tend to fall quite a bit after Black Friday because a lot of people make their purchases on Black Friday. So there's fewer people who are interested in pre-built PCs. So if you guys see me throw a video out there, drop a view and a like and all that kind of stuff, it really does help. And man, things really do peter off in like January, February before tax season really kicks in. People start getting refunds and stuff like that. Like it's funny. My viewership directly reflects the market. And I'm sure that's the same for a lot of tech YouTubers. But there's some that have been so established for so long that they just have people who watch every video they put out, or at least most of them. So I'm not quite there yet, but there's a lot of you guys out there who do. It's just most of my viewership, because I'm growing, which is good. But most of my viewership, I think like 60% of my viewership is not subscribed. So they don't get notifications, things like that. If they're not actively searching for it or getting it recommended to them, they might not find it. So anything you guys can do to help boost that is much appreciated as always. Because it's tough out here. It's tough out here, y'all. Yo, PC nerds, how's everybody tonight? Dark Conan, how are you tonight? I'm going to turn that question right back around on you. I'm good. I'm quite good. I, of course, didn't eat before stream because, yeah. What's a tax refund? What's that? Yeah. I feel you, but there are people who get them. And then that's their time to make their big purchases for the year. You know, buy a PC. You know, put a down payment on a car. Stuff like that. I did about 10 years of retail before and all that time I was a PC enthusiast, of course, but I did about 10 years of retail before I went into school for IT to sort of, you know, expand my knowledge and then go into the field of IT. And I've seen a lot of trends, a lot of folks from different walks of life, things like that. And, you know, it's funny knowing some of those trends and seeing how they affect my viewership. It's crazy. But I will say this, last tax season or whatever, when I was doing my Twitch streams, they went off. Like I was hitting over 100 viewers without any raids or anything. So, you know, there's going to be a lot more, probably more focus on Twitch at that time. But that's a good thing about doing both. If one is slowing down, the other one and the other one's doing better, I can focus on that and still keep things going on YouTube. I'm not going to quit it or anything, but like I'm going to focus my scrutiny more on those analytics, all that stuff. Remember the Amazon Braithor connection? Absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? Let me get that gift spreadsheet linked in the description as well, because you can click on that, do your Amazon shopping there, and it should help me out. I haven't actually seen anything actively come through from that yet, but I need to take a look, because if there's sometimes when you don't get any referrals for a while, they'll sort of like take you offline on the program, but if you start getting some, they put you back online on it. I'm not really that well versed in it, so yeah. Okay, there's that one. Here's the spreadsheet. And there we go. I'll drop that in the description of this stream. So you guys can click on that. If you have any Amazon shopping to do, use any of those links. And even though it won't cost you $1 more or a penny more, it'll help support the channel. And I would really appreciate that. So yeah, we are going to be creating a spreadsheet for this, just so you guys know. Oh, Shawnee, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. I do want to let you guys know something, though. If anyone's wanting to do super chats tonight, do me a big favor. A big favor, okay? For those of you who saw my video from Tuesday, the link is in the description to go to the Alexander PC's link tree. If you intend to give me $2 or $5 or $10 super chat, I hadn't mentioned this yet, Shawnee, so I do appreciate that. I'll probably turn around and do this myself. But go to the Alexander PC's link tree and go to their GoFundMe and instead give that to the GoFundMe that they're running for a member of their community who is struggling with ALS and trying to keep a quality of life for their family. So that right there, if you didn't see Tuesday's video, it's a pretty important thing to me. And there's a PC giveaway attached to that. Also, that video from Tuesday has 3 PC giveaways in it. Why didn't you watch it if you didn't watch it? Because it's still free PCs. Two of them are going to be from me. Well, I mean, I have the Falcon Northwest PC right now. That's a Falcon Northwest PC that you could get as a giveaway prize. And the other one I'm going to be building live on stream on the Team Excluded Twitch channel near the end of the month. Oh, that's cool, Shawnee. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. Mark watched it? Well, there you go. Yeah, if you guys are thinking about, you know what, I'm going to go out and get a Starbucks drink or whatever, think about like, you know what, I'm going to skip that and let me donate it to this thing because it's really important to me. Like, I don't know. It's what I'm thinking about doing. All right, I'm thinking about doing this because obviously I'm going to donate to it too. What I'm thinking about doing is doing a charity stream sometime this month where up to a certain limit that's reasonable for me, of course, I'm going to match what you guys donate during that stream to that GoFundMe. I really want to do that, and I just need to figure out when. Maybe I can even talk to Joey about making that Team Excluded PC build stream for that. And we can also reflect that here on YouTube as well. Now, if too many people come in, I mean, I'm going to have probably an upper limit of like $500 or something, but that's because I have to go to CES next January. I would give more if I could. But yeah. Anyway, I know some of y'all went over and did that after the video on Tuesday. Thank you so much for doing that. But yeah, I think we can have a fun stream, do some gaming, or do that PC build or whatever. It'd be a lot of fun. All right, so let's see here. I got to do my intro, and I'm not recording the stream yet, so there we go. I'm recording now. How's the stream looking, everybody? Everything looking good? Falcon Northwest is so far out of my range. Draconin, you can get one for free. Just do the giveaway thing. There you go. I know it's limited to the US right now, and that's really frustrating, but There are certain things that make that reasonable in this case. Well, first off, I'm not that big of a creator. I'm not. I don't have any major partnerships that where it's just like, I'm partnered with this company and they give me all this money to talk about a thing. I don't do that. And international shipping has a lot of potential pitfalls and huge costs associated with it, usually. So another thing is Falcon Northwest is a thing where, like, if you have an issue with a PC in the first year, they do overnight shipping to them and back to you after it's done for free for the first year. So I don't think that's a US only thing, but I think that that's what they want for the giveaway, or at least that's what we need to do for the giveaway here. Looks great. Shawnee says, let's go, nerds. I agree. Eli, what's up? Looking solid. Thank you. Looks great. Thank you, Draconin. And Waldo Doggo, what's up? How's it going? Not that big yet. Well, yeah. I mean, eventually, you guys think about this, and I mentioned this in a comment reply, that there are way bigger channels than me. We're talking about multi-million subscriber channels that still don't ship outside of North America when they do a giveaway. They'll still be like limited to US and Canada or something like that. So try to keep that in mind. If any of you guys are frustrated with the fact that the giveaway I'm running, which is the Falcon Northwest one, is US only. I'm hoping to be able to expand that to Canada. Canadians, go ahead and jump in there anyway. It's just, if it does have to get shipped to Canada, the winner has to pay the duties on that. And that could be really pricey when it comes to a $5,000 PC. So that's one of the reasons we don't do it. That's one of the reasons I set it to US only, is because of complications like that. Okay, now that I'm recording, I'm actually going to stop this recording and restart it, so Cuddles doesn't have a whole lot of fluff to deal with. He will still have a lot of fluff to deal with, but at least not at the beginning. We all want that Falcon Northwest. Yeah, it is sick. It really is. I need to finish reviewing it, of course. But guys, before I hit record again on this, look, this last weekend, I didn't sleep. Maybe I got a couple naps in, something like that, whatever. I passed out at my desk, woke up, and continued editing or filming or whatever. That was my weekend, all right? My last weekend. That happens sometimes. But when I get into that work mode, I ate, of course, too. But you can see why I didn't stream on Sunday. When I get into that work mode, my brain goes places. And I came up with an idea that will likely be something that's going to change the way I review PCs in the future. And be a fun thing to add to the channel. It's difficult to navigate because it's very close to cringe. But I've never, ever shied away from cringe. Do not kill the part of you that is cringy. Kill the part of you that cringes. That's how I feel about it. It's something that I want to have fun with, because I was like out of my mind over the weekend. Trying to film B-roll for several different things at the same time, with a brand new camera, this camera that I just got, and figuring all that out, and trying to mess with the set that I had set up, and all of this that was also blocking off my PC so I could barely get to it. I had to like squeeze in here. In February, probably we're going to be moving to a new place. I'm going to have a lot more space, but yeah. Oh, Zonan, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm gonna pass that along to the Alexander PC's GoFundMe, and for anybody else who's wanting to do super chat, thank you very much. Please click that link where it says Alexander PC's Linktree. Hit that GoFundMe right there, and then let me know that you did that or whatever, and I'll treat it like a super chat, or you can do it here and I'll just donate it afterwards. Can Canadians have it shipped to a U.S. address? Sure. Yes, you can. You still have to get it into Canada, though. You still have to pay duties on that. You don't want your $5,000 PC getting confiscated for trying to smuggle it. It's a big box. I mean, the PC itself is very reasonably sized, but yeah. I got an Aorus B450 Pro motherboard today. Cool. Aorus stuff always has a good amount of I/O. I respect that. I love that. But yeah, Zon, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the support. LGN indeed. You're actually getting... Whenever you watch me do one of these live, you get to actually hear me do the Let's Go Nerds thing. So... Am I too close to this, though? Because I'm going to... That's cool. I like that. All right. All right. But yeah, I just had this idea when I was working over the weekend and just working for a dozen hours at a time, passing out, waking up, continuing to work, all that. And I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I kind of already did in a previous video. It's for a second. It's for like a second. It's pretty cool, all right? It's pretty cool. Just bear with me if you think it's kind of if it's weird to you or whatever, but it's nothing bad or anything, and it should be funny and fun. So for sure I can send them too, especially if you do that stream. No problem. Well, thank you. Meridan, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Angry Beaver coming in. How's it going, dude? The flavor is... Where did I put it? It's a high drip peachy mango iced. I was doing this dewberry for a while, but I wanted to try something different, and I don't know what I did with the bottle. Where did it go? And by the way, guys, you know that for the Falcon Northwest thing, there is a thing where you can redeem channel points, but I don't know how it works. I just selected it. So, Twitch channel points. Yeah, there you go. Peachy mango. It's pretty good. All right. Posted you in a tweet along with Alexander PC. Oh, cool. Awesome. Alexis Lopez, what up, man? Hope you're having a good week. A busy week, yeah. Actually, basically the 6 weeks from after the start of November to the end of the holidays is bonkers for what we do, for what I do. And that right after that, I have to go to CES. Well, I want to go to CES. Let's be honest. I really want to go to CES, and I'm going to go to CES. Like, I'm going to be booking that stuff here tomorrow. I haven't booked my flight and my hotel yet, but yeah, we're going. I'm surprised they customized that PC for you, and then you're giving it away. Well, here's the thing. Dan, the detail on that I didn't go into is that Intel is sponsoring the giveaway, right? They're sponsoring it. Basically, it's their idea, right? They're seeding it basically, like, hey, do this giveaway. But they didn't insist on having Intel all over it. And I already had got the PC, so I was like, let's do it. I'll do it. I've done, stuff with Intel before. Let me do that. And it was actually Kelt Reeves' suggestion, and it's just so it's like. All three parties, Intel, Falcon Northwest, and me, we're all in. We all like, yes, we got to give this thing away. Dan, it's not the last Falcon Northwest PC they're going to send me. It's not the last one they're going to send me. So, who knows? Might be really soon too. I tried the Twitch channel points, but it didn't get counted or credited. Well, I might just take that off of there then. I was actually looking at it. There are way more entries than I thought there would be this quickly. It kind of worries me. Like if we're getting bogus ones or something. I don't know. I don't know how to tell that. I don't have the business account. I have the pro account, but not the business account, which is the one where it'll reject fake accounts. So I'm a little worried about that, but I don't know. Let me actually see real quick. I'm going to click the... how many entries do we have? I mean, yes, you get multiple entries for everything you do, like 20 or 30, depending on what you're doing. But 216,000... total entries in 2 days. That's kind of ridiculous. So I'm a little worried about that. If we find that there's a lot of bots, we'll just redo it. And you guys can re-enter. You've already followed the accounts you had to follow for it. You just have to click the buttons again. But that worries me. Kind of crazy. Ain't gonna lie, I miss Angry Braythorn. Well, we'll get there, probably. These giveaways are top-notch. Angry Beaver, I know. That's why I was so excited. But the thing is, now my plan is to try to get a pipeline to as many SIs as I can so that there can be a section in every System Integrators Weekly where you can find out about new giveaways that have opened. Because it sucks. It's fun to join a giveaway. You're throwing your name in the hat, and you look at how many entries are, the odds of you being picked, By the way, when I say 216,630 total entries, that's going to be, it's like a tenth of that is how many people have joined, which is still a lot of people. But that's because you get multiple entries per thing that you do. So don't think that that's the odds, like 1 out of 216,000. But the thing is, if I keep bringing you guys all of the giveaways that because there's, like, Skytech gives away a PC every Thursday on stream, every single Thursday. Skytech Gaming Official on Twitch. Every Thursday, be there for the PC giveaway. You might win that. But, it's one of those things, like, it's if you don't play, you can't win. Well, play as much as possible. So I think that would be really, really cool to add to every System Integrators Weekly, to where there's the giveaway something. What would I call it? I don't know. Gleam is definitely good on spotting crap accounts, I've heard. Yeah, but they won't do that unless you have a business account, which I can't afford. I really need your help looking for a PC in the 1200 range, which has a 3070. That's very specific and maybe not possible. Very likely not possible. Basically, if you have expectations up here, here's your expectations, here's your budget, all right? If your expectations are lower than your budget, you're good. You're fine. If your expectations are higher than your budget, either your expectations have to come down or your budget has to come up. That's the reality of it. So, Sparus, I'm sorry to say, it's very unlikely you'll find a PC with a 3070 in that price range. And if you did, every other component in it is going to be garbage to reach that price point. That is not going to run the way it should run. It's going to have bottlenecks everywhere. So you need to reevaluate what you're looking for and why you're looking for it. That's not really how it works around here, where it's just like, hey, the only thing that matters is the GPU, guys. It's the most important component for only gaming PCs, yes. But if you don't support that GPU, it's not going to perform anywhere near its capacity. New subscriber here, and I joined your Discord. Thanks for recommending Alexander PC. Saving for a Spartan. Thanks for your recommendation. Awesome. Just donated to them from the link, so thanks for the heads up. Well, I appreciate that. I'll treat that like a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. It's going direct to Alexander PCs. I appreciate that. Thank you. Never win anything. Kind of sucks, but I still try. Well, Angry Beaver, that's it. It's like there's nobody out there that always wins everything, right? It's just playing. You just gotta keep going for it. Don't let it get you down. It doesn't cost you anything. There is a zero cost to it. Just don't invest too much in something that is going to be randomly selected. If you don't win, you don't win. There'll be other ones. And you know that you're part of the community here, and I'm going to be trying to bring you guys as many giveaways as possible. I am delaying way too much into actually getting into the content of this stream. I have almost everything to build my PC. Just need... Okay, Denver, cool. Show this beauty. What are we showing? Even if the odds aren't great, at the end of the day, there's no reason it can't be you winning a giveaway, right? Someone has to. Exactly. I think filtering crap accounts should be included in any tier. It makes no sense to hide that service behind a paywall. IMO kind of makes the service Swiss cheese and more work. Yep. You're welcome. Well, yeah, thank you. I do appreciate it. Also, got to say that using the giveaway as a way to advertise fundraising for charities and causes is such an awesome thing. Yes, absolutely. And making it to where it's not necessary to donate is the good guy move. Because can you really blame someone for doing something like a raffle, right? Where like, hey, you can pay to win this, pay to enter that, not pay to win, but pay to enter this, and then you get a chance of win. And fewer people will enter, so you have a better chance of winning. So there's the benefit of it. But, TJ wants everybody to have the chance to win the PC, so he did not tie that together. Enter the giveaway, but I kind of don't want to win because I'm building my own PC after Christmas. Well, if you win and you don't want that 13900K and 4090, I'll hold on to it. No problem. At Falcon Northwest? Oh, yeah, sure. I'm not running on it right now. It takes way too much work to switch from one PC to another when you're doing all of this stuff. But sure, I'll show you some pictures of it, or I have some B-roll of it. But I can't really show the B-roll because that would be very spoilery. It'll spoil the thing that I'm doing that's changing the way I do reviews. At least changing the way I do montages, for sure, too. Hi, Braithorn. I've watched 2 hours of your videos last night. Pretty interesting stuff. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope you like it. This is the Alexander PCs that I bought. Oh, you're talking about the tweet. Okay, yes. I can do that. I really need to get into the content that I'm supposed to be doing here, but sure. This is the thing right here. Oh, you got the Vision card right there. That is beautiful. In the Y60. Oh, yeah. Love the Gigabyte Vision design. And now they have the Gigabyte Aero for their NVIDIA stuff, which is unfortunate that it's so expensive, but yeah. And they're doing the RGB tubes. I had that in my last PC. I missed it already. Yeah, looks sick. Absolutely. And you have the Prime A board. Very, very nice. That is a really nice looking PC. There you go. I'll give you a like right there. There you have it. Thank you, Brave, for being you and making these giveaways happen. Well, I don't know that I made all of them happen. I do want to bring them to your attention at least. Imagine winning a 4090 BSUV PC and denying it. Yeah. That'd be the biggest salad. I just bought a 4090, little pinky. Well, I hope you need it. That's a lot of VRAM. I hope whoever wins the PC from Falcon Northwest does do 3D design or content creation or something beyond just gaming. It's such a waste of VRAM otherwise. Honestly. But yeah, let's get into this. I've got a couple things open. I need to start doing the intro and all that. So let's do that. Man, I can't even look at my notifications on can't even look at my notifications on Twitter when I've got one of these giveaways going because it's just retweets and of the one tweet because it's an entry, a means of entry. Anyway, all right. Get back to this here. Do that there. And we're ready to roll, guys. I do have to stop the music for this because... Oh, it is stopped. Okay. I wasn't playing music. Because when we cut it up, it would cut the music too if I had it all like that. And then that would just be weird. Unless I just choose not to record the music. Which I'm sure I can do in OBS, but I don't have the time to figure out right now. And I haven't worked on that before. That's a clean build. It is very clean. Hey, Brad, I just bought Skytech Azure you reviewed with no intake fans. And just like you said, it's amazing. Just wanted to say thanks. I don't know much, but bought it based off your review. Thanks again. Well, that's awesome. It's something that I need to wrap my head around sometimes because I get stubborn about airflow, but you know, honestly, there are different means of cooling. And it's not just about all the positive air pressure kind of setups that I would normally build. That's the easy route. That's the obvious route. So that right there was a good lesson for me. I am constantly learning, as we all should be. I'm constantly learning, and it's a good place to be. I love learning, so it's perfect. Like, I love learning new stuff. I can't wait to go to CES and see all the stuff. I have so many emails of people who are like, hey, because they send out a mailing list to all the companies that are going to be there with all the email addresses of all the media that's going to be there. And they're like, hey, if you want to set up an appointment here, we can show you this new technology and this technology. So all I have to do is filter out every one of them that has the word metaverse in it, and I'm golden, baby. The 12-pin on the 4090 is hella trash. It's not. It's annoying, but it's fine. It wasn't the best move. But then again, like, a lot of companies were part of designing that, not NVIDIA. NVIDIA didn't design it. They just moved ahead with it. Wish they'd moved ahead with PCIe Gen 5 and... DisplayPort 2.1, but whatever. But yeah, if you just plug it in all the way, it's fine. I've been running on a 4090 just like that for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now. It's fine. Trust me, I'm happy with the card. That's for sure. And also, it's 12 plus 4, so it's 16 pin. But who's counting? Who's counting? Okay, if I get stuck, I mean, I love reading chatting with you guys, but I do need to get into this episode. So we are basically, for all you guys who are just joining. Wow, 70 people. We're live filming next Monday's System Integrators Weekly. And if you're thinking that means that you shouldn't watch the video when it comes out on Monday, that I would politely disagree with, because I need the views. Things do slow down around this time of year. After Black Friday, a lot of people stop searching for PCs, and then after the holidays, ooh boy. So, guys, we're creeping up to 25K subscribers. Can you believe that? I can't. I cannot believe that. You know, you can water cool an M.2 drive. Yeah, it's not that beneficial until we get to Gen 5. Once that comes down to it, once we get to Gen 5, it might be slightly beneficial. That's the thing about custom liquid cooling. It is diminishing returns, like, unless you're really into overclocking, like squeezing out the most performance possible. Hardline custom loops have kind of become more of just an enthusiast thing. They always were, but with the way that they're powering hardware now and pushing it to the limits from the factory, there's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of overhead for overclocking. First stream, love your content. Oh, thank you, MacGyver. Lost my PC in Hurricane Ian. Oh, that sucks. Oh man, just now. Hopefully it was covered with insurance, like homeowners insurance. And just now be able to get a new one. It's been 10 plus years since I got my last pre-built, so I'm way out of the loop. That is a thing. That is another thing. Drake just bought a 4090. Can't wait to play Roblox on it. Cool. Okay. But yeah, the enthusiasts, previous enthusiasts, all that, that haven't been in the loop for a while, I'm here for y'all too. Okay, I'm not doing any recommendations like that right now, MacGyver. That's going to start up again on Sunday on Twitch. The streams here are usually for a specific purpose, and I need to get to that purpose now, which is what the title says. So, let's do our intro. All right. Let me hit record, obviously. Hello? All right. On this episode of System Integrators Weekly. So I just got to get that bit, and then we throw some stuff in front of it. Whatever. That's how that works, by the way. I'm not like that all, 100% of the time. Okay, let's see. Holidays are fast approaching. Let's find some good systems you can get in time. And if you're looking to give one as a gift, let's find some systems you can get right on. Get in a timely fashion. Okay, sure, whatever. The holiday gift giving. Okay, no. The holiday season is fast approaching. So let's. See, this is what I do. This is the magic of editing, guys. That's how it makes me sound like I just speak perfectly. We don't edit out all my uhs and but whatever. We don't edit all of that out, but we edit a lot out. Okay. If you're trying to give a gift of a PC to someone you love, okay. If you're trying to give the gift of a gaming PC, let's find some systems that you can get in a timely fashion. All that and more on this episode of System Integrators Weekly. Let's go, nerds! All right. So that's how that works. Okay, cool. So, now I got to do the rest of it. What's up, everybody? I'm Brayathorn. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to System Integrators Weekly. This one is actually being broadcast live on YouTube, and we're actually going to be working together to put together a spreadsheet of systems that we can find that are available to get before that deadline, because there are plenty of companies out there now that will already tell you this will not arrive by Christmas. If that's the goal you're looking for, this holiday season is to get something by Christmas. It's already pretty late, but there are a lot of options out there that we'll find that are going to get to you on time, and we're going to list those. It will be a spreadsheet in the description below. Now, on some of those will have coupon codes that will support the channel and save you some money, which I appreciate you using those. And if it's an Amazon link, that will be an Amazon affiliate code, and that supports the channel without costing you a penny. So if you want to use those, I really appreciate it. Heck, get all your shopping done. Get all your holiday shopping done through that link. And then, yeah, it supports the channel without costing you a dime. So let's, okay. But before we get into that, I do need to let you know that this episode is sponsored by VIP CDK Deals. We are looking for, we're basically shopping more sponsors, at least one other one, because it can't be the same. It's been the same one for like a year and a half. We are looking into that, but they've honestly been super solid this whole time. And I get like almost no complaints when it comes to people who actually use that service. And usually if there's a complaint like, hey, this didn't work, it's because they have Windows 10 Home and they bought a key for Windows 10 Pro, which if you listen to my ad, I say, you got to make sure you get the right license for the version you have. I even show you how to look that up. So make sure of that if you guys are going to use that service. Bray is the gospel of SI. And church is in session, I guess. Have you seen any SIs with the new Radeon cards yet? I know AVA Direct has them. Zydax has them. Cyberpower PC should have them. Those two and Falcon Northwest should have them as well. Those three were on the list, the short list of companies that are going to have. They might have them already. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have them yet, but they will soon if they don't. But they were on the short list of system integrators who are going to be part of the AMD Advantage program for desktops. That's not officially launching until next month, and we just might have a PC for that to review, which should be fun. Does VR LA Tech have good PC? I've gotten one PC from them to review. The review still hasn't gone up. Part of that's my fault. I need to push and follow up with them on it. But it did have an issue that I was not able to resolve with troubleshooting during the stream. So that's my one interaction with them PC-wise. It doesn't bode well, really. But but it could also just be a motherboard issue where it just can't do what it needs to do. So yeah, I basically need to resolve that. Otherwise, they look okay. The build quality was nice. But there's a stream on my Twitch channel. I'm not sure how long the VODs stay up. For a long time, I imagine, since I'm a partner there, but where I unboxed one and did a little testing on it. AMD 7000 GPUs is kind of disappointing. I was expecting more, but oh well. What were you expecting? They get better every generation, and they went down on they lowered the price. It's cheaper than last year, and it got better. Like, that is what we want. I don't know what you were expecting, but like, do you want it to come with chocolates? I don't know what you expect. I was disappointed with how with the media engine. Now for streaming, it's supposed to be very good. So I can finally say for people who want their system for gaming and streaming, yeah, you can go Radeon. Yes. But for like video editing, 3D workflow, things like that. Well, for video editing, it might be okay once they launch Smart Access Video. But they haven't yet, so we don't know. Still, it's great, love it. Anyway, but no, I mean, for gaming and streaming, it's the best deal you can get right now. Period. Now, for ray tracing, though, it's still going to fall short of NVIDIA, and that's going to be forever unless they have some kind of breakthrough, because NVIDIA led the charge on ray tracing, and everyone was making jokes out of them over it. With the 20 series, right? And they were kind of jokes about it because they charged $1,200 for the 2080 Ti and all that. And this is the beginning of the end here for us, really. But now that they're in their third generation, they will always be one generation ahead of AMD unless AMD has a breakthrough. So that's what you have to expect. You can expect that. Not be disappointed by it. You should be expecting that. When I was talking about it before, I was like, we can expect better ray tracing performance. Guess what we got? Better ray tracing performance. Not that it's going to beat NVIDIA. They straight up said, we're not even trying to touch the 4090. Nope. We're not trying to mess with the 4090. We are not trying to compete with that. So, good. Because it's also 60% more expensive to get a 4090. So, anyway, whatever. I need to carry on with the episode. Okay. So. All right. So, we're going to be taking a look at who has PCs that are either going to be ready to ship PCs where they have a bunch of them, but there's also going to be some system integrators that have maybe just a few. And whoever snaps those up first is going to be basically the one who gets it. No one else will. But that's why we're going to kind of focus on some companies that have them. IbuyPower is usually the go-to when time is running out, because their ready to ship systems are usually a very good deal. And you know, some of them, I've said myself, have some room for improvement, but really, if it's an airflow thing, pop off the front panel, you're off to the races. If it's a RAM thing, well, you can add more RAM. It's one of the easiest upgrades that you can do. If it's missing storage, that's another of the easiest upgrades you can do to a PC. So really, they're great starter systems because they will encourage you to do upgrades, which you should do. By the way, I missed out on super chats, didn't I? On a super chat. 2 of them. Pineway. Love your channel, coming from both consoles, but I'm so ready to build, buy. Love the aesthetics of the Alexander. Might try building my own. Awesome. Cool. Whichever you feel is right for you is what you should do. And also, Iridium Plane, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for the $5. Pineway. I want to let you guys know, for anyone who plans on doing a super chat or wants to do super chat, what I'm going to be doing with all the super chats from this stream is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to donate them to the Alexander PC's GoFundMe. I didn't call this a giveaway, a fundraising stream, but that's what I'll do. But I appreciate y'all's support big time. But if you want to skip that step, just click the link in the description where it says Alexander PC's link tree. And the first thing on there is their GoFundMe. If you're going to drop $5 or $2 or $10 on a super chat, just do it there. And say Braythorn says hi or something, because there's a comment thing you can do. I don't know. That way I can kind of see, like, whoever did that and show you my appreciation. What's up with CLX PCs? I get phone SMS from. The rest will forever be a mystery. What's up, DC McF? How's it going? Trim VR. I could find one, but actually that's the part I need to get to next, because I am recording a video now. Guys, I'm not going to be as responsive to chat as I usually am, because I am recording a YouTube video live right now. So, yeah. But I'll try to check in as much as possible. Okay. Whenever I start talking like that, I should just hit stop recording. That would be the smart thing to do. Sorry, Cuddles. Okay. I'm just going to, like, hold my hands up like this, so he knows it's about to start again. If I do it for a while, he can see it when scrubbing. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm using the little thumb things. I just think that's really cool that LTT put that in there. Anyway. All right. Now, there is, of course, another option when it comes to getting a PC quickly, and that is to bypass system integrators and go to third-party retailers. Not something I usually recommend, but in certain circumstances, it's an acceptable thing to do, of course. The reason I don't recommend them is because you will actually get different PCs than the ones you get buying directly from a system integrator. There are valid reasons for this. People have complained about it before whenever I bring it up. They're like, well, it shouldn't be that way. Guess what? That doesn't change anything. That's the way that the industry works for that. So, and there are several reasons for it. Something that we don't really need to get into, but I've talked about it before on previous videos. In any case, in this situation, though, if you're in a rush and you don't like anything that IbuyPower has for the ready systems, Cyberpower PC will have some too. We'll give them a look. I haven't looked at Cyberpower PC in a while. I'm a little salty that they have never reached out to me, even though I spent I don't know, a year talking about them along with every other system integrator. But whatever, y'all are fine. Just shoot me an email or something. Why not? This is my job. My job is to talk about companies like yours. Anyway. I'm not being egotistical there. It's just that so many system integrators have, and we've, it's helped me build an understanding with them of who they are, how they function, which helps me make recommendations for the right kind of consumers to match their sort of ideology or the way that they run things. Anyway, whatever. See, this extra stuff y'all are hearing, that stuff gets cut out. A lot of that stuff gets cut out. Thank goodness Cuddles is ruthless about it, because I am terrible about it. I'm like, oh, but I want to leave that in. But then you get 50-minute runtimes, 40-minute runtimes. Like, that's, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to start off with the place that I usually go to first when it comes to getting something quickly, and that is going to be IbuyPower's same-day ready systems. But before we get started, let's go over a few disclaimers really quick. Now, oh, actually, I always forget to check the date that this is going to be for. This is going to be for Monday the 19th. Oof. Now, this video is being recorded, well, it's being live broadcast on Thursday the 15th, but it's going to be published on Monday the 19th of December. Any pricing and availability that you see here may have changed by then. There may be new sales, better prices. However, they'll usually keep the same pages and SKUs, so you might see a better price than you saw here. If you see a worse price than you saw here, it's because there was a sale that's running right now that isn't running then. So you'll be able to find something that you like, or you can come to my Twitch streams. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Central Time, over at twitch.tv/Braithorn, and I help people one-on-one to find the PC that's right for their budget, their needs, all of that good stuff. I ask a bunch of questions, so I make the right recommendations. I've missed a few of those. I'm sorry about that. It's been a very hectic time here in the holiday season, but I'm getting back to that on Sunday. So the day before this video is publishing. Not helpful, I know. But anyway. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a lot of very specific questions, guys. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into this content. You might find the answers for your questions already as we go. So we'll start it off with IbuyPower. We'll go next to Cyberpower. Okay, recording still going strong. Everything looking good. Wow. Oh, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see why I said wow very soon. Sure. Oh, man. That's going to be fun. Okay. Just remember this thing, guys. Just remember this. Actually, Cuddles, put this where I'm talking about getting stuff on time, like a little earlier in the video. Sorry about that. Just remember that if you are going out of your way to give such an awesome gift as a gaming PC, or a PC for content creation, or whatever you're looking for, to a friend or loved one, that if you don't have it on the day and you tell them, hey, no, like, I bought this for you, it's coming in on this date, I promise you they'll be excited anyway. Don't worry about that too much. But that is what this video is going to focus on, is finding systems that you can try to get by then. It's going to be rough, but let's do what we can. All right. The next thing is that you're going to hear the next disclaimer. Okay, so this is going to be, we're back in the disclaimers now. Awesome. So that bit goes earlier in the video. This is back in the disclaimers. All right. Okay. Guys, a note for you, by the way. If you ever work on content creation with someone who's editing for you, drop notes like that in the video so that they just hear it and they're like, oh, okay, sure. Instead of like sending a long message or email or whatever. It's a lot easier to sort of connect the dots that way. PX2 Fear Gameplay. Thank you for the dollar super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sparras, Alexander PC seems kind of overpriced. Nope. That's because you want a 3070 system for $1,200, meaning you want to sacrifice every other component just to get a GPU. That's not how Alexander PCs works. Every component is upgraded in their systems. Higher level motherboard, higher level RAM, higher level storage, higher level cases, higher level power supplies, everything. And then a lifetime warranty. Still see them overpriced? No, it's not. It's not. It's not overpriced. It costs what it should cost. Okay. Now, the next disclaimer. Okay, this is where we're starting at. The next disclaimer is that you're going to hear some opinions from me. You don't have to agree with them, but, you know, my show, I'll have opinions now and then. Most of my opinions are based in facts and things that I've picked up over the years of about over 20 years of building PCs and about 10 years being in the IT industry and all that. 10 to 15 years, actually 15 years, yeah. Oh, telecom counts as information technology. So, yeah. Okay. And it's based, my opinions are mostly based on facts and knowledge and experience that I've picked up with over 20 years, 20 to 25 years of building PCs and 10 to 15 years of being in the IT industry. So Feel free to disagree. Do so politely, if you will, in the comments below, or come into the stream, talk to us there, or join the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description below. And let's discuss. And the last one, of course, is anything you buy, you're buying at your own risk. And shipping PCs is a delicate thing. You might come in where it's busted up a little bit or something like that, and then it's up to the company to show you that they are good for it and fixing it for you. We've had plenty of situations where everyone gets their PCs and everything's great, perfect, no problems, nothing's happened. But there are some situations where something comes in with a broken glass side panel or something, and then that's when you get to find out how good the company is. If there's a problem with something that you buy, it doesn't mean the company has failed. It means they now have a chance to succeed, to show you how they're going to support you over the years of your ownership of the PC. So let's not forget that. And also, this is not financial advice. I'm just giving my opinions on this stuff. Let's get into it. So let's go on over here. By the way, guys, I guess I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for any spammers. But Dan, I think I gave you mod privileges. So if you see any spammers, could you? I think they were cracking down though. They were just released something where they're cracking down on it. I think Digital Storm is better than IbuyPower. No, they're different from IbuyPower. They're for a different kind of consumer. See, this is why I do this job, guys. There are different there are different consumers. Every individual is different, and every system integrator is different. Some less different than others, but for one person, Digital Storm might make sense. It doesn't to me. I don't like Digital Storm. I don't think they're very good. I think they can make an amazing PC if you have a very high budget, but if you don't, and you try to get something on the lower end, if you're not careful, they will screw you. So, no, I don't think Digital Storm is better than IbuyPower. IbuyPower is very upfront about what you're getting. You're getting a PC that's more on the budget side of things, but you can also customize it to make it premium. So, yeah. Anyway. I don't see any mod tools. Oh, it might be just because you're a member. Let me see. Where would I do that? Would you like to be a moderator? I'll do it. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. Some more live Twitch, only YouTube? Nope, that is not true. So, this is how I find out that people don't follow me on Twitter or check the announcements in the Discord. That's if you're wondering what I'm doing or why I'm not live or whatever. Look me up. See if I tweeted about it or look in the announcements in the Discord, because I generally will always put stuff there. But yeah, I missed 2 streams from Twitch this week because of how busy I was, and then I am streaming here tonight instead of on Twitch. Yeah, it's because you remember. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Do that. Yeah, it's not pulling you up based on your handle, so I can't add you that way. I would need to know your... Yeah, why isn't that bringing it up? I don't know, it's not bringing your name up. Weird. What was that, the shape of your house? Awesome looking window. This is actually fake. It's a 3D environment in which I do all this stuff here. It's my streaming environment. It's called Motion Studio. I'm glad you think it looks this realistic, though. That's awesome. Jacob, how you doing? Made it just in time to watch Dan get knighted as a bee. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing? Glad to see you, buddy. And heads up, so by the way, PX2 Fear gameplay, I'm not sure if I mentioned this when you did the super chat. Thank you again for the $1 super chat. But anyone who wants to do super chats, just click the link in the description where it says Alexander PC's link tree. Go to that GoFundMe, drop the whatever that is there instead. That's what I'm going to turn around and do with super chats from this stream. So please do that. And that saves me the step of tallying up everything and doing it myself. Okay, now another thing, guys, if you're here trying to get my attention to stop what I'm doing and answer your particular question, I love doing that kind of stuff on the Twitch channel. That's not what I do on the YouTube channel, and I will be back to streaming on Twitch on Sunday. But we also have a Discord that has a Tech Questions forum. And in the Tech Questions forum, you can get answers to those questions. It might take a little longer, but you have to remember, you're looking for free help. It's free help and it's good. That means it's not going to be fast. If you want it to be good and fast, it won't be free. If you want it to be free and fast, it won't be good. That's how that three-tiered thing works. So, if you want good help that's free, you're not going to get it right away, very likely, because a lot of people want that. There are a lot of people who have a lot of questions. Yeah, Dan, it's not bringing up your thing. I don't know why. Added a 3 at the end. Oh, okay. No, it's still not bringing it up, even though you're like a member. Okay, hold on. What? I don't know. I gotta get back to this, but that is weird. Okay. Oh. Okay, I got this. All right. Yeah, it ain't working. That ain't working for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, maybe it's because I'm capitalizing things. Nope. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I'll have to look again later. All right. Back to business. Back to business. All right. So we've got all that out of the way. Let's first take a look at IbuyPower and their same-day ready systems. Now, I've covered these tons of times on the channel, and IbuyPower's ready systems. If you watch my tour of the IbuyPower facility, you will see mountains of these, and they have hard workers there who are just like in it. You can see them in the video. They're just, I'm walking by with camera, light, and all that stuff, and we're all yammering, and they're just like focused on their builds. There's whole testing stations to get rounds of testing done before they box them up. And man, those guys are just machines, man. They're so good at what they do. So like I had nothing but respect. Those like they were really focused on what they were doing. So let's go take a look at that. So we're gonna go to ibuypower.com right here. And of course, I'll link the main page for this in the description. But then you click on Ready Pre-Built Computers. Now you're going to see these limited... Okay, I bit my cheek when I said that. Ow. Okay, let me get a little hydration here. Nico Knows Tech. Hey, Braithorn, heard you've been going around telling people you'd challenge me to a dance-off. While I got no beef with you, I will not hesitate to destroy you on the dance floor. You will get served. I'm going to go ahead and concede. You already won. Dancing, not my forte. Let's have a blacksmithing competition or something. I'll bring out the old skills for that. I even still have my hammer here somewhere. That's right there. Yeah. We'll do that instead. How about that? Okay. What's up, Nico? How's it going, buddy? Guys, go drop a sub for at Nico Knows Tech. Because the username checks out. You talking like real questions, like advice? Like, yeah. Yeah, we do that. There's a whole forum in the Discord for the Swarm that's called Tech Questions. You make a new post there with your question. You got to follow the rules. It'll show you exactly how to post it to get the best help. As long as you follow server rules, you know, the guidelines, then you're good. So we click right here on Ready Pre-Built Computers. And I mean, we're seeing some right here already at the top here that have, you know, you got the one that has the mesh here. This one has a 7700X and an RTX 3080 for $19.99. There you go. And delivered by Tuesday, December 20th. Now that is going to change. these are going to be like, basically, you need to catch this video on Monday. I'm going to try to post it as early as possible, if maybe even post it Sunday, if I can. Because, yeah, we need to post this ASAP. Because, yeah, these days are running out. So, yeah, they want you to order by Monday in order to get it on time. But remember, if you get it the day after Christmas or the day after Christmas, that's still good. That person will still be happy if you're giving this as a gift. Or if it's for you, then cool. But I don't know why this looks so... Oh, it's because I'm not in the actual section for it. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and price this low to high. We're going to see what the range is, what's available. Let's make this have as many as possible. So we're starting at price of $749 right here with an ARC A380. I don't recommend that. It's not going to be very good at gaming. It's pretty rough. It's the Intel ARC A380 for the GPU. Okay. But once you start getting up a little bit in price, say to $929 here, you get an RTX 3050 with a Core i3 12100F. That right there for a starting 1080p gaming system, absolutely fine. Totally. You could even leave the glass front panel on this. It's not going to generate that much heat. So, but there are some things here. Like, it still has 16 gigs of RAM. It still has dual channel RAM. In fact, only the two cheapest systems here for $749 and $799 are just down to 8 gigs of RAM. So as you can see, that you get more than just a GPU upgrade here, going with the one for $929. You also get double the RAM. You're going to get the same storage, 500 gig M.2, but it's still with an M.2 drive. A lot of the systems out there you're going to find on Amazon, all that, they're not going to have M.2 storage at something like a $750 price point. They'll have, you know, a 2.5-inch SSD, which is like a quarter of the read-write speed of the most basic M.2 PCIe Gen 3 drive. So, much snappier, you know, operating system experience. Windows is going to run much better. You know, opening up programs, things like that, much snappier that way. But we're going to go and sort through these. We're going to try to find the best deal. I'm actually going to open up a spreadsheet over here, get that started, so that we can start listing off the ones we like the most. And I'm going to want y'all's input on that, everyone in chat here. So, let's see here. We've got that one right there for $929 is pretty good. What do we get going a little higher, though? If you add, let's see, $70 to it, you get a 12400F, and that's it. That's the only change. That's more than the price difference between a 12100F and a 12400F. $70? Is it? Let me see. 12100F. Let's see. What is the price? Typically, oh, wow, that's about $100. Nope, yep, that's about right then. $100 to $128. At retail, you're looking at about $105 at B&H Photo. So if we change this to the 400, actually it may be around that price. Why did it now change to the mode I usually use? Yeah, it's exactly, you're paying the exact price difference. So I was wrong. I haven't been keeping up with those processors. I've been following more like 13th gen, things like that. But of course, 12th gen is still great and can later be upgraded to 13th gen Raptor Lake Intel. Okay, so going up to 1,000 doesn't get you much, but the CPU upgrade, that's it. 1129 will get you an RTX 3060, so that's where you get off of the 3050. I don't know that there is going to be code RDY or RDY100 during the holidays. That may be the case. But if that is the case, you're going to need to go to $1,000 or more in order to get that $50 off with code RDY. It's worth trying just in case. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see this a little better. There we go. Now, that's it. Wow. Whoa. What? Really? Oh. Why do they don't usually list sold out ones around the ones that aren't sold out. That's crazy. So let's just make sure that let's see if we can narrow that down. Remove those. No? Really? No? We can't? Y'all are going to put this right in the middle of this. So I get all excited about something and then I finally see sold out. Make this red or something? That is blending in. Okay. Sorry. I'm just complaining now. Okay. I'm actually thinking right here, though, this is going to be a sick deal, but it's sold out. They might build more of them, though, so you don't know. But there's another one down here that is going to be $50 more for, looks like, similar specs. So let's compare them. Z690, 12600KF. Z690, 13600KF. Forget this one. Get the 13th gen. Right here, guys. This guy right here is a sick, sick deal right here. Okay. 13600KF, of course, for some reason, on so many of these pre-configured systems, system integrators can't not get the F SKU, and it's so frustrating. But the prices you're paying here, it makes sense. I do get it. It's frustrating, but in a way where it's like, I get it, but I wish it wasn't that way. Saving something like 30, 40, 50 bucks, some processors it's more, just to not have integrated graphics makes sense for a strictly gaming PC. But if I were running a system integrator company, which stop asking, I'm not going to do that. But if I were doing that, I would go out of my way to get the non-F SKU, because then troubleshooting is easier. Troubleshooting over the phone is easier. You can help them see if you get video from the motherboard, and then there you go. Your GPU is a problem. RMAs are costly, but then again, getting every CPU to be, you know, whatever the price difference is between the F and non-F SKU, you're assuming that you're going to be saving that money. You would never know. It'd be really hard to track whether it's actually saving you anything. It's really just a thing for me. But let's just talk about the system. 13600KF. The 13600K is one of the best deals on CPUs on the market, hands down. If not the best, it probably is the best deal on CPU. You're getting 6 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores. That is a 14-core processor in a $1,400 system. That's $100 per core. Not bad. It's like Threadripper, right? But no. And also, it just shreds at gaming. It absolutely shreds at gaming. But that's not all. It can do multitasking, multi-threaded processes, productivity, content creation, not on a professional level. But if you're just wanting to get into that stuff, you're not going to find that, oh, it's really bad at this program. That's too bad. Oops, I picked the wrong processor for this one program. It's kind of good at everything. It's not great at that stuff, but it's good at it. You want to get great, you want to go for the 13700K or 13900K. 13900K in very specific situations. It's really not like, if you're going for the best gaming CPU you can get, just go for 13700K. That's the gaming one. So is this, though, to be clear. But they also went with faster RAM. 16 gigs DDR4, 3600. Most of their ready systems have 3200. 3060 Ti. This thing is a champ. There is no competition to these cards, to this category of cards yet, unless you go with like an ARC A770 and you don't mind being an early adopter, or an A750. You don't mind being an early adopter of that technology. But that's really aiming at the 3060. 3060 Ti is actually a good percentage over in performance over the 3060, and 1440p gaming is easy with this thing. It's got it. Don't set your graphics to ultra in a AAA title and expect it to run like a 4090, though. It won't do that, but you'll get very playable frame rates at 1440p all day long. I've reviewed several systems with 3060 Ti's in the past. You can go look at my playlist of PC reviews and unboxings and stuff, and you'll see it there. Proof's in the pudding right there. There's a 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD, so it's a full terabyte. That's a better start for your PC. It's a better start than having a 500 gig and having to add storage right away. You won't have to with this. Also, it's a Z690 board, so that is going to be actually capable of utilizing that 13600K's overclocking capabilities. Most people are just going to do something like a one-click overclock, and that's fine. Not many people out there are actually digging into overclocking these days, but that's because these things are already clocked really high. So this is a great system. Power supply is probably going to be the minimum required. Yeah, 600 watts. I would say with a 13600K in there that's capable of turbo boosting for as long as it wants, I would want to see an extra 50 to 100 watts for safety's sake, you know, but still, you can always swap out a power supply. I don't recommend just doing it for nothing, but you could. This should include wireless internet with it. It won't specify because they don't specify what motherboard they're using, so we don't know if it's going to be integrated or if it'll be an add-on card. And let's see, what else am I missing? 240 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler with RGB on the CPU block and maybe on the fans. Probably not. But yeah, I doubt this is actually the photo. No, this might actually be the photos of it. Yeah, because it is a newer system for them. There you go. I actually reviewed this case. I show you, because you're not going to want to leave this glass front panel on here. These are some components that are going to start getting pretty hot. So I showed you in the review that I did for an IbuyPower system, one of my first PC reviews, how easy it is to remove this front panel and what you can expect for gains in temperatures, or losses in temperature, I guess I should say, because your GPU will run cooler that way. So yeah, this is a great one. I'm adding this. What do you guys think? Doing good, buddy. Just flew in Costa Rica. Oh, nice. Gonna go sleep. Hope you and the fam are well. We are, yeah. Disclaimer, I'm actually in the passenger seat. I do not condone chatting while driving. Thank you for that. Oh, sweet. Mercy. Congratulations on that. Very cool. What's your opinion on CLX gaming? CLX is good. Their configurator is very detailed, which can be a bit intimidating for people who aren't really familiar with it or don't do this a lot like I do. But yeah, they build some great PCs, and I know them. I know them pretty well. They're good people. Middle-aged gamer. Hey, Braythorn. Hope all's well. Welcome. How you doing? Welcome. And also thanks for being a member. You, Dan, both of y'all. See any of the mod tools to get rid of challenges like that from Nico. How will I ever have known then? Just donating to GoFundMe too. Going to again for the fundraiser. Thank you, Zana, and I appreciate that so much. Seriously. I know that we need to reach a certain threshold. Okay. TJ might be mad that I said this. With the GoFundMe for Alexander PCs. Sorry, Cuddles. I know. With the GoFundMe for Alexander PCs, we need to reach a certain threshold for that goal. And that threshold needs to be at least what the minimum value of that League of Legends PC is. Because think about it. TJ could have just sold that and then donated that entire amount. We need to bypass that. We need to get past that amount because they're not linked. You don't have to pay anything to join the giveaway for the League of Legends custom PC. I don't know what that threshold is, but we'll find out. We'll see. I mean, we won't find out necessarily, but yeah, it's probably in the $5,000 range, $5,500, $6,000 range. Yeah, 4090, 13900K Alexander PCs, everything maxed out on the specs, Maximus motherboard, just everything is nuts on that PC. So be sure to enter the giveaways. I have a bunch of links in the description, guys. Don't you know? While I'm rambling about this stuff, if your eyes start to glaze over, go click on those links in the description to join each giveaway because it's free. And why not? Cast your net wide. Go for it. Walter Bledsaw asks, do they use gold standard power supplies? It's not quite what it is. It's a gold efficiency rating. Now, 80 plus gold, they do use them. Yes. 600 watt, 80 plus gold, as you'll see right here. However, that's not a guarantee of quality. That's really a guarantee of efficiency. And that's not even a guarantee. I think Gamers Nexus had one that said it was 80 plus gold, and then they tested it and didn't quite meet the requirements. But I hope a lot more PSU manufacturers get on board with the cybernetics certifications because they're a lot more detailed. But I can tell you that I have gotten a couple systems from IbuyPower for review that I sent those back. I don't keep those. They sent out review systems basically. And both of them had decent power supplies in them that are manufactured by the same companies that manufacture power supplies for like Corsair. So I had one that was a channel well. They manufacture for Corsair, not to the same standard. They don't manufacture theirs to the same standard as the ones they manufacture to Corsair, for Corsair. But they're still at least not like listed as ones to avoid by in the PSU tier list. Channel well is fine. But if you're maybe thinking about replacing it anyway, not the most important detail. Anyway, let's add this. Let's start up the. Let me start up the spreadsheet, and we'll add this to it. Okay, and this is the RDY. Well, let's make this IbuyPower first. RDY SLH BG 220. The Sluhabug 220. That's kind of cute. Sluhabug. The H. It's like kind of a slug bug. This is a slug bug. You buy this, you got the slug bug. There you go. All right, and that is $13.99 currently. And I'll just drop the link in there. I can expand on these later. Actually, I can just drop this like. Maybe that. Man, this is going to take forever if I do it like this. And I hate listing a computer by the CPU and the GPU as if that's all that matters. It is not. And that's really frustrating. What? Oh, come on. Really? Am I going to have to type every one of these out? Why is it this weird? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Now let's go back to this. Let's go to the next one because I'm taking way too long. Let's see. What do we got? 1599, 13700 KF, and a 3070 for 1599. There you go. That's another good one. Another banger. 13th gen Intel is at the top of the charts, guys. Like, that's just how it is. They are at the top of the charts. But there's something that you need to remember. If you go with 13th gen Intel, there's not really going to be much of an upgrade path for it. This is the end of socket LGA 1700 as far as we know. Unless Intel changed their minds 2 years ago. Because they generally have 2 generations of CPUs per socket. So we had 12th gen and 13th gen on LGA 1700. So you won't be able to put a 14th gen processor in this system if you're the type of person who might do that. If you're not, if you would never upgrade it other than minor things, then it's fine. Now, if you're looking to get something you can upgrade, you may want to consider, even though it's not performing quite as well in gaming, going with 7000 series Ryzen, because you should have an upgrade path up to 2020, up to 2000. Who says a year like that anymore? Up to the year 2025 and beyond, according to AMD. It could be 3 to 5 years of support for that socket, meaning potentially in 5 years, you could keep using this CPU. In 5 years, get a CPU upgrade with 4 generations of uplift in performance in one CPU purchase. Ridiculous. Very cool. So keep that in mind. That's your reason to go either Intel or AMD. They're both amazing platforms right now. They're both very, very good. But one of them is coming to end of life at the end of 2023, basically, when 14th gen Intel comes out or whenever that comes out. And the other one has years where you're not going to have to swap the motherboard, do any of that stuff. Just the CPU, bam, big upgrade. Okay, so taking a closer look at this one, it's going to be very similar. It's just that it goes a step up in both the CPU and the GPU. Everything else looks the same. Same case, 13700 KF, so 2 more performance cores, same number of efficiency cores, 8 and 8. Same amount of RAM, 16 gigs DDR4 3600, and the RTX 3070. So step up on CPU and GPU for $200. It's not bad. It's not as enticing as the other, but yeah, it's still good. So I'll drop that one here in the same thing. Let's see. And it's the same exact thing, except it has a 1 at the end. Very good. Okay. And people who watch the video don't have to wait around while I do this. Sorry, guys. All right, cool. You know what? While I'm doing this, let me title it. And let's do a share thing. All right. And I'm going to add this to the description so you can follow along. You can't add stuff to it. Just putting that out there. Okie dokie. There is our spreadsheet for the evening. I have a lot of editing to do on that thing. It ain't gonna look like much for a while. Let's just do this really quick. And then format that real quick. Yada, yada, yada. Maybe make it larger. There we go. A lot larger than that. Okay. And make that in bold. All right, let's move on. This thing keeps sliding down. All right, cool. Back to, oh, man, I shouldn't have clicked on, I opened in another tab is what I'm supposed to be doing. Price low to high and all of them. Thank you. Okay. So we were here. Let's see, $1649, $150 more. Gets you Ryzen 5 7600X on an X670 motherboard, so not a B650 motherboard. That's nice. And a 3070. But you get 32 gigs of DDR5 with this. So let me tell you, this is going to be a lot longer lasting of a platform than this one up here for $150 more. However, the 13700KF would beat the pants off of a 7600X. Now, if you're just gaming, that doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter as much because the GPU is your primary component when it comes to gaming performance. Okay? So I'm going to list this one too. $1649. It's pretty good. It's not amazing. It's not. It isn't. I mean, during Black Friday, we saw some, or Cyber Monday, we saw some crazy deals with some of these things. I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's $350 less than the one that had a 4080 in it from Skytech. Skytech went all out on Cyber Monday. I don't know how many of those there were, but it wasn't infinite. It was not infinite. They ran out. But okay, we'll add this one in. Sure. Copy link address. There we go. I don't even need to go to the page. And that is the SMR VRG 204. Man, they put it in the older case too. On these, once you're getting into higher level ones, pull off that front panel. Just do it. You're going to be like, no matter what, the 7600X is going to go up to like 90 degrees, up to 95 degrees maybe, no matter what. But it's going to pull back on frequencies as much as it needs to stay at that temperature. That's how 7000 series Ryzen works. The more cooling you give it, the better performance you're going to get. That still stands true. It's just that you're going to see some high temperatures no matter what. It will get to that 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. That is $1649. Hello. And let me see, 7600X. 3070. They must have a lot of 3070s right now. Man. Okay. Moving on here. We're starting to get into the Y60 systems. Now, the Y60 systems do cost more because you're going from something that's probably about a $50 case to a $200 case. Already, that is going to cost you more money. And we're looking at 12th gen Intel on this first one. But for $50 more, you can go to 13th gen. Which do you think I'm going to say you should do? They both have 3070 Ti's. They both have 2 terabyte M.2 drives. They both have 16 gigs of DDR4 3600. They both have 240 millimeter all-in-one liquid coolers. And they both have the they both have the i7, but this one's 13th gen right here. Okay? They're both on the same Z690 motherboard too, very likely. So for $50 more, yeah, get the 13th gen one. Why wouldn't you? Now, up here at $19 is one that is a bit polarizing, okay? Because you're talking about 5000 series Ryzen that hit end of life like 2 months ago. But the 5800X3D is still very competitive. In fact, this 7600X that was over here, the 5800X3D is going to outperform it in pretty much every game. Very likely. But it's on the old platform socket AM4, X570 motherboard, all that. So there's no upgrade path for this. This is the pinnacle of gaming on 5000 series Ryzen. Period. So if you're the type to upgrade stuff, it might seem appealing, but I'm going to tell you something. Very soon, we're going to see the announcement, probably at CES. This is what I'm guessing based on whatever. We're going to see the announcement of 3D V-Cache chips for Ryzen 7000 series. The 3D V-Cache versions of the 8-core, possibly 12 and 16-core processors. That 3D V-Cache is what the 5800X 3D has that makes it such an insane gaming CPU. Now, unfortunately, the 5800X3D took hits on productivity, content creation, multitasking, all that stuff. Its frequency dropped, but it has so much more cache and runs so much faster that it beats the pants off of most anything else, other than like a 13900K or maybe a 7950X. So with that in mind, we're probably going to lose a little bit to gain gaming performance on those 3D V-Cache chips, unless they've further revolutionized that 3D stacking of cache on their chips. Maybe they have. Hopefully, yes. They also took away overclocking from the 5800X3D, and they may do the same to the 7000 series 3D chips. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that means anything that's going to be on the Ryzen 7000 platform, if you're looking for that, if you want that future upgradability, and you don't mind waiting, give it a couple of months for those to come out, and you're going to get, they might be right at the top of the charts after that, considering how much the 5800X3D is still competing, basically it's based on an architecture 2 years old, and it's still beating the pants off of most next-gen stuff in gaming only. Okay, remember that. If you're not looking for a gaming-only system, swerve. You don't want the 5800X3D, okay? But yeah, you go with Ryzen 7000 series platform. Now, you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars for a chip that you'd eventually be replacing soon. Hopefully, I mean, I imagine it'll be soon if you're waiting on those chips. Just hold off for a couple months so they come out. You know, if it's worth it to you. If it's, I mean, it's thousands of dollars that you're saving up or putting yourself into debt for. So be careful with that money, you know. Make smart decisions. You're going to have it for years. So what's a couple months? Disco Cobra 2013. Hey, Braithorn, I'm new to your channel. Watched the video you did 4 months ago about staying away from certain pre-builds. I wanted to upgrade. Most likely something with... Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of that right now. But, you know, we're mostly looking for stuff people can get by the time the holidays roll around. But Disco Cobra, thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate it. Just to let you know, I'm going to turn around and if you watch Tuesday's video, I brought up the GoFundMe that Alexander PCs is running for a member of their community with ALS. So anyone who wants to do super chats, I appreciate y'all so much. But just go to the link in the description where it says Alexander PC's link tree. Click that. The first thing there is their GoFundMe for some very dear friends of theirs that are dealing with, you know, where Steve is dealing with ALS, and they're having to make life adjustments that aren't really covered by insurance, and it's a difficult time. Anything y'all can do to help is always appreciated. Just drop Braithorn Says Hi or something there, or just so that I can go back and look and see which of y'all did that. Show my appreciation to you. You don't have to do that, by the way. I'm not trying to get credit for sending people to donate. And if that's that's actually, I'm kind of changing my mind on that. Don't type anything about me in there, please. It's going to sound like I'm like self-aggrandizing over here. I'm not trying to do that. Freaking virtue signaling. Don't put my name on there. Now I'm like, okay. Back to work. Back to work, Braithorn. All right. Here we go. Okay. So I'm seeing more and more cool systems popping up here. Like there's you basically, here's what you should do. If you go to the Ready Systems here and just put in your budget by moving these sliders around, you will find something, and you'll look at these dates. All of them have the same dates. Now we're doing this on Thursday, the 15th, and it's saying Tuesday, the 20th is when you would receive it, right? That's about 5 days. But remember how crazy things get with holiday shipping. There are delays. Things like that can happen. You're going to see this video, the edited video, on Sunday or Monday. So you might miss out on getting it in time for the holidays. That's okay. Just let them know it's on the way. They will be happy. I promise you. I messed this up already. Did I? What happened? What happened to the rest of the system? I guess that we are getting down to the wire here. We're running out of systems here. Okay. So... Wait, why? Oh, because I did the thing, idiot. Okay, so yeah, it gets up here to the 7700X and 3080 system for $2,000. Not bad, not bad. 7900X and 3080 for $2,249. So you get more cores. Looks like everything else is going to be the same. X670 motherboard. This doesn't list the power supplies, which is annoying because I have to click on it to find that. But this does go up to a 360 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler, plus it's a 12-core 7900X. So these are the ones where you're getting to have cases with some mesh on them. They clearly understand, like, oh no, 7000 series Ryzen runs hotter, and it just needs that some airflow. So they are putting mesh front panels on here, at least partially mesh. So that is good to see. I'm going to go ahead and click on the next page because, nope, that's it. That's all of them. That's all the systems. Anyway, I've given you some info on what can help you decide between Intel and AMD in this situation. I will say that this one for $1949 with the 13700KF and the 3080 is a pretty sweet system, but it should have had 32 gigs of RAM at this price point, and I don't know why it doesn't. DDR4 is dirt cheap. So that right there is an easy upgrade, but unless you're planning on throwing away this perfectly good 16 gigs of DDR4 3600, the maximum you'll ever have is 32 gigs because you just put 2 more sticks of 8 gigs, making it total 32. If you're trying to stream or play heavily modded games that take up more system memory, this one's not for you. Unless you're willing to add more RAM once you find out exactly what RAM comes in this one, because they don't really list it. But I want to list it anyway in the thing, but I would say maybe this one's going to be a better option because for $50 more, you're getting a system that has the 7700X and 32 gigs of DDR5. It has a smaller M.2 drive. Like at this price point, why do that? This one has a 2 terabyte for $22.49. I think between these three, all right guys, between these three, which one do we think? The 13700KF and the 3080 for $1949. The 7700X and 3080 with the lower storage amount for $19.99, or the 7900X 3080 system with a 2 terabyte drive with both of these having 32 gigs of RAM. Also remember, this one has less RAM than it should at that price point. Which one do y'all think we should list in the spreadsheet? 1, 2, or 3? True, if gaming is your goal, waiting for the new 3D chips will be worth it. Oh yeah, they're going to be crazy. What's up, Franco? How you doing? I didn't see your hello earlier. Sorry about that. Have a safe Merry Christmas. Merry thanks for all your... yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Mulgura, happy holidays to you. Emily Baxter, hello. Not to mention this huge storm rolling through the country. Yep. I haven't gone outside today because I've been crazy busy today, of course, as I always am. But I did go outside yesterday, and it was pretty chilly. It's got my little brother's first PC with a 5600 and 6500 XT. Very cool. Start Connor. Very cool. The first one, 1949 one for sure. Okay. Well, that's 2 votes for that one. 3 votes for system number 3. I could just put both. Yeah. Is IbuyPower a pretty good pre-built website? How reputable are these places? IbuyPower is the largest system integrator in North America. They've been around for 20 years. It's pretty reputable. However, the problem is you have these big box third-party retail websites, Amazon and Best Buy, who basically pressure IbuyPower to sell them, you know, many systems, because I mean that's good for the company, right? Helps with their growth and everything. But the Amazon, Best Buy want certain profit margins, and they want certain elements to the PCs. They have to have RGB fans and probably glass in the front. That's what people like. Unfortunately, I mean I love RGB, but like the glass in the front. Yeesh. Anyways, but that's what attracts people to buying them. They do the studies. That's what people buy. That's what they're buying. And it has to have a decent CPU, GPU. Everything else can be absolute garbage. Get us the best profit margins, or we'll buy from somebody else. What does IbuyPower have to do? Well, crap. Okay, we'll do that. You don't find any of those systems on their website directly. This is why I say to buy from here and not from Amazon, not from your Newegg or Best Buy or whatever. Get your system directly from the system integrator. You will get a better product in most cases. Now, I have seen some where you'll get like, I know Skytech tries to put the same quality into their systems that they sell through Amazon and stuff like that. It's just that I've seen the difference when it comes to IbuyPower, and they are the largest, and they do a lot of business with Amazon and Best Buy. So they have to keep that going. It is a critical part of their revenue stream. They have a lot of employees to keep, to take care of, and a big building where they're building a lot of PCs. It's a lot of overhead, man. So the reality of it is that they do it because they have to. How do you feel about getting a pre-built with a 4080 or 4090 in it? I already did. Thanks for asking. I just got one from them, my son, and he has no issues with it, and he just loves it. Yeah, I say get from the system integrator. You'll have a better experience. But that's going to be enough for IbuyPower right there. We'll put that first one in. Wait, no, the votes took it. Okay. The votes were more votes for number 3. That's what we'll put then. Number 3. You got it. And if you guys don't agree with that, you should have chimed in sooner. So it's going to be this one. RSR G203. And that is 22,249. And that has a 7900X and a 3080. And there's our link. Okay, cool. Guys, remember, you can follow along. I'm adding these to the spreadsheet as we go, but now we're going to move on. We're going to check out Cyberpower. It's been a long time. And now here's the thing. I want to talk about this, and this is just me being completely honest with you guys. I've had a lot of people say great things about Cyberpower PC, where, like, I got my PC, it was great, everything was awesome. I've also heard here and there within the community some people saying, like, well, it had an issue, and I wasn't very happy with their customer service. Now, that can happen to any company. Okay, that happened to a lot of companies, actually, during the hiring shortages, the labor shortages, deep within the pandemic. But we're past that now, at least for the most part. So I'm not sure why it's still going on and what Cyberpower needs to do to fix with, their customer service thing. And I'm not guessing on this. I have actual community members who are reporting on these things. That's one of the major strengths of the Swarm. Go to the Discord and go to the SI testimonials area. There are channels for most of the system integrators I've talked about. And, you'll see some where someone had a complaint about something, or maybe said something was wrong with their system. And then you get to see how that went for them, getting it fixed. That's super helpful as a consumer. So be sure to check that out. And not everyone who said something like, oh, I had a problem with Cyberpower PC has put it in the testimonials. I want you guys, whoever's out there buying PCs right now, share your experience in the Discord, in the System Integrator Testimonials section, because it's one of the best ways that you can support the community. You are giving priceless feedback, because you can go to 100 different websites and you don't know how trustworthy their reviews are. Okay? They could be bots giving good reviews. So if you see something that has bad reviews, okay, maybe someone did have a bad experience, or they're just salty about something or whatever. But good reviews could also just be bots. We really don't know. That's why the Discord is so valuable, and y'all are awesome, those of you who have shared your experiences. But let's go ahead and see if we can look at the pre-built PCs. Wait, no. Where is not the builder tool? Where are they don't have any same-day systems anymore? Maybe it's under sale? Okay, maybe it's here. Let me see. Well, this is a lot of nothing. Okay. All right. Well, let's look at at all deals. No, go away. Click to view all. Well, that's what it's going to do? Just this? Okay, cool. Let's read, guys. It's fun. Okay. Actually was a huge reader growing up. I loved reading. I'm planning to get your white Braethorn Z690 white gaming PC. From who are you talking about, Lalisa? From which company? First pre-build I ever bought was from IbuyPower. I must admit that the build quality was very good. Totally impressed. Yeah, buy from the system integrator. Just trust me. Trust me. It's funny because people will talk about a bad experience they had, and there's a decent chance that it's because they bought from a they'll be like, oh yeah, I got this IbuyPower PC and it has these problems. Where'd you get it from? Yeah, Best Buy. They had a sale. Oh yeah? They had a sale? Did they have a problem getting rid of it or what? Like, just, if y'all trust me, then trust me, because I've had plenty of people come in and say like, yeah, dude, I finally got my PC. Thank you for all the helpful advice you've given me. What'd you get? Yeah, I got an APC system off of Newegg. And I'm like, I didn't advise you to do that. I didn't say to do that. I said the opposite. I said to do not that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. $5% instant rebate on all non-rush orders. Ship within 7 weeks. Boy, that's what everyone's thinking about right now. I sure don't want to get things soon. Okay, great job, guys. That's your headline one? Okay, cool. I'm not trying to diss Cyberpower. I just like to make jokes. Daily deal, extra $50 instant off of. This isn't going to help anybody that's watching my video 3 days later. So yeah, whatever. $50 instant rebate on 13th gen processors. That is a big deal. Okay, but this is not what we're looking for. We're looking for something that you can get quickly. So, no, I'm clicking the rest of the site because I want to not look at that anymore. But I have to go to the little X. Okay, they redesigned their site and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Look, guys, I browse system integrator websites for a living now. And I'll tell you, I don't like a site. Where are the same day? No, let me click somewhere else. God, this is so frustrating. I'm about to remove y'all from the video. Like it never happened. Where are the ready built? Okay, when they say pre-built, is that what this is? Because they used to call it something else. Why change that? That's really annoying to me. Okay, let's click on this one and see what it says for like when it would ship out. Free 2-day delivery. I'm guessing that's what this is. Yeah. And you can't change anything. Yes, these are the ones we're looking for. Okay. So these are the ones. I want to look at all the rest of them. Pre-built gaming PC deals. Extra $100 off. Look at that. All pre-built desktops with free 2-day delivery. That's a pretty damn good deal. So I just have to go here. I have to click on this. Man, this used to be looks so much better. Okay, look. Hey, they got the Y60. A 1419 in a Y60 case. That's a $200 case. 12400F and a 3050. Why would you spend $200 on a case if it's for a budget system? That's a premium case. Are you crazy? Why would they, like, this one makes a little more sense. I mean, look, if you're building DIY, that's different. You get whatever case you want. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to Cyberpower. Like, put that money into performance. If it's going to be a pre-configured system, that doesn't make sense to me. In my opinion. Remember I mentioned I was going to have those? Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, let's do this price from... Can we sort? Sort by featured. Here we go. Price low to high. Yeah, I don't like the way they have their website configured. I'm not a big fan of it. Did these just disappear? Did this just disappear? The other side? Where are the rest of them? I can't even scroll through. Bruh. I am so confused right now. Okay, 1629, 7700X, and a 3060. That's not super well balanced, but it's fine. I wouldn't go with that one. There was a better configuration on IbuyPower. 5700G. Nope. 5000 series Ryzen. Those are laptops. I mean, I guess this one's okay. It's just, I would rather, like, $1,719. I love the Y60 case, all right? But listen, guys. You know what a pre-built PC is? For anyone who's interested in DIY, it's like buying all your computer parts. It's just that they come in fancy packaging, the computer case. You can unbuild it and rebuild it however you want. Now, is that going to mean you can't really use your warranty? Probably, so don't buy the extended warranty. You should still have your parts warranties, although those are going to go through the company. But it gets a little weird at that point. they might be like, yeah, you can send it back to us to get it repaired, but you'll need to put it back in the case in which it came, and then they'll blame you for any problems. You got to be careful about that kind of thing. But these are your PCs. You can do whatever you want with them. You can unbuild them and build them into a new case. To me, though, I would say, and I know that the Y60 has good airflow, I would say that it's not for a budget system, because it costs, like a budget system, you usually find yourself like a $50 to $70 case, maybe a $100 case if you want a nicer one. This is a $200 enclosure. That is double the price. You could have instead, in this system here, it would have a 3060 Ti instead of a 3060, or a 13600 KF instead of a 12600 KF. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Okay. So not too impressed with Cyberpower. Not sure I'm going to add any of these. They're just not well configured in my mind. 7700X 3060? No. 7600X 3060 Ti? Yeah. That would be better, and it would probably cost about the same. 16 gigs of DDR5. It's one stick of DDR5. No. You get out of here. No, I don't want to look at you anymore. For 1629, you get single channel memory. And that's with the cheaper B650 motherboard. I don't know what's going on with Cyberpower PC. I know that this is a difficult time for system integrators with all of the hardware launches, all that stuff going on. Y'all probably have Cyberpower. I want to tell y'all one thing. Thank goodness for AMD Advantage. Because it ain't going to let you do stuff like this. Oh, no. They have some very, very specific standards y'all are going to have to meet. But for consumers, of course, that means that the PCs are going to cost more. This, though, makes me angry because, first off, they go with like the slowest DDR5 possible, and they give you one stick of 16 gigs. You guys know they do make 8 gig sticks of DDR5, right? You could still make this dual channel. Just talk to Crucial. Like, this makes me upset. Someone's going to think that this is going to run super great. But there's more money in the processor than in the GPU, which not good for a gaming PC, or about equivalent money in the processors as a GPU, depending on pricing right now. All right, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But basically, this should be like a Ryzen 5 with the 3060 Ti at this price point, easily. And then single channel RAM with the cheaper motherboard. Like, you didn't need to do that. And also, this case, yeah, it has some ventilation. Try harder. Get more, you know? But then again, when you're talking about 7000 series Ryzen, you don't want to chance it with airflow, all right? That's what I'm going to say. Okay. And all it says is AM4, AM5 CPU cooler included. So you're using a stock cooler on a 7700X. Get the hell out of here. No, we're not putting Cyberpower on the list. Nah. Like, y'all had time to do this stuff. What is this? 12700F, 6700XT for $1099. Okay. Now you're talking. 12700F and a 6700XT for a gaming-only system. That would rock. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the case, but it does have 16 gigs of slow DDR4, but it has dual-channel DDR4. A B660M. You're buying this for the GPU, all right? Just know that you're buying this for the GPU. And the CPU is good too, 12700F. It's not overclockable, but that's fine because they didn't give you a motherboard that it would be capable of it anyway. But I don't like seeing an ATX case with an MATX motherboard. I'm going to say something right now. I love seeing people get into PC building. When you're building PCs for your first time, you're learning, you're figuring stuff out, and you might do something like this, where you get a motherboard that looks great, seems to have the features you want, or at least it's compatible, and then you realize, that's kind of small for my case. But an amateur builder might do something like that. And apparently, an amateur builder did do something like that, except they're getting paid for it. Who the hell spec this out? Cyberpower, y'all have been around forever. Why would you do this? You're cutting off so much expandability here for anyone who wants to use this system other than just for gaming. But what they do, this is the whole reason to tell you guys not to buy from third-party retailers and buy from system integrators, is because you want to avoid builds that have decisions like this in them. Okay? Where it's just processor and GPU is all that matters, and everything else is garbage. We don't care. It will sell. Like that, yeah, you know, it bugs me. What also bugs me is that this is really for a gaming-only system, so that's not actually that big of a problem. But they could have gotten gone with an MATX case. Why not do that? Then I won't have that pet peeve shoved in my face here. I hate that. I hate it. Whatever. And solid front panel, cool. I mean, it has looks like a lot of ventilation, but also looks like the fans are pushed right up against it. So anyone who buys this PC could actually move the fans to be behind the fan mounts right there, and you'll have better airflow that way. I don't know, man. Cyberpower PC, I'm sorry for calling your builders amateurs, or at least whoever spec'd out the build. I mean, clearly, they've made an amateur move. Like, this does not look like a professionally built PC to me, okay? Yo, light gaming PC's called. They want their specs back. they want their build habits back. You don't want me, you know, I'm not a big fan of theirs, if that wasn't clear. All right, cool. Cyberpower fell off a little bit, but all right, whatever. We're going to move on. I needed something to yell about in this video, I guess. You know, the sad thing was after the launch of 12th gen Intel, Cyberpower was killing it. Their pricing was awesome. What I'm trying to find here, because these all have free 2-day delivery. That's supposed to be great. Like, that's what we were looking for. But what's the use of getting it in time for the holidays if it's a turd in tinfoil? Like, you don't want to be like, hey, here, get your hopes up. And then they're trying to run games and they're like, cool. Or like, you know what? It's like, you know what? I want to pick up streaming. And like, I just need to get a capture card. Okay, how are you going to hook that up if you want to get an internal one, which generally communicate faster? How are you going to do that? You can't. Not enough expandability. Oh, there's not enough USB ports on there? Cool, just add in a USB card. Nope. Can't do it. Okay, so someone was telling me what, Cody, thank you for letting me know. I can't hear you, though. And I'm recording a YouTube video, so... Yeah, from the website that you linked. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We gonna cover light gaming PCs? Haha. We all know how much you love them. Maybe it's time to pull the trigger and get the Alexander PC Centurion Intel version. There's the 13th gen one now. Yeah. 7000X. All run at 95 degrees no matter what cooler. Right, decompiler, that is correct. And it has to drop frequencies in order to maintain that temperature. And that's going to depend on, so the performance depends much more on how good your cooling is. Because the difference between being at 85 degrees and 92 degrees doesn't matter. You're still going to get your max frequencies as long as it can reach equilibrium there, right? But with the 7000 series Ryzen, they hit 95 degrees, and then if your cooling sucks, those frequencies plummet. If your cooling is awesome, it hangs out at 95 degrees and screams, like super high frequencies. Which would you rather have? Out of curiosity, just wondering. Anyway, any more facts that you want to share, though, let us know. Okay. That doesn't mean you should put it in a case with bad cooling. It means exactly the opposite. It means it needs more airflow. More, you know, just more better cooling, please. That's what you need. All right. Now, I'm going to check this, but I already know the answer, and it's unfortunate. Well, let me see here. Yep, there you go. Okay, so if you go to Skytech, there isn't even anything about Christmas here. Like, they don't even have a landing page for it because you can't get any of their systems before Christmas. So they feel like that precludes them from Christmas sales, and they killed it on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So they really could, you know, they should take the time to relax a bit. But yeah, it'll tell you estimated ship time 10 to 18 business days. Okay, that's the ship time to ship it out. Then you add up to an additional 5 business days for delivery. So any of these systems, even the pre-configured ones that you cannot customize, will not arrive in time. If that's fine with you, take a look through some of their deals. They're going to have some really good ones, I'm certain. Like this one here, 5600X is 5000 series Ryzen, and a 3060 for 1059. Honest, you know, I mean, that's not that great, but there's going to be some that are quite good. I mean, the price is good. But see, man, like, why couldn't they just get that thing right? Like, this is still a good system, okay? Don't get me wrong. 12700F, dual channel memory that can be upgraded easily, and a 6700 XT is an awesome GPU. And the price is good, $1099, right? So I see that, and I'm like, yeah, the other one's better. It is better. Go with the Cyberpower PC one, I guess. But I just, man, I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior of putting a tiny motherboard in a regular sized case. It's just weird. There's a classic Azure right here. This thing is awesome. I tested the heck out of it. It is rad. I still have the... I did take out some of the components to do other builds with, but I still have the case, and I really like it. I don't know what to do with it. I got to figure something out to do with it. Maybe do a budget giveaway build or something. That'd be kind of cool. Just later on. But yeah, 12600K and 3060 Ti is exactly what I reviewed. It is $1199. Plus, any system you see on Skytech gaming.com, you can put code SWARM, SWARM, and you will get an additional discount on it. So know that anything from Skytech is going to be, it's going to come after Christmas. If you're okay with that, you can get some awesome deals there. And what I'll do is later on, I'll go in and I'll look through some of the deals I have there and add it to the spreadsheet. But as a, hey, this is going to come after Christmas thing. So we'll move on from here and we'll take a look around. We're going to look at some more boutique builders that have ready to ship systems. Let's see what's out there. This could change by the time you see the video, so don't worry if that happens. They'll have other ones potentially before the holidays are out. Let's first check. Oh, why are my caps lock on? Alexander PCs first. Go to products and we'll go to ready to ship. See, y'all been hard at work over there at Alexander PCs, huh? That's a lot of systems. Okay, well, it's 9 systems. I saw 2 pages and I saw 8. I was like, really? You got like 16 of these? Wow. What's the best card to run with a 5600X? Well, Bareface, since you didn't give me any other information, 4090. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what resolution you're gaming at. All I know is one thing out of many things I would need to know to give you actual helpful information. Sorry. I'm not trying to be sassy with everybody. It's just when I'm doing these YouTube streams, it's not the best time for me to answer quick questions, especially when I have hardly enough information to give you helpful info. But that sounds like a question that could go in the Tech Questions forum in the Discord. You're not going to get an answer immediately from someone who's talking because they're broadcasting right now. But that's also why you're less likely to get an answer from me because I'm broadcasting right now and I'm filming a YouTube video. On Twitch, though, is where I give help, where I give individual help. Since we're trying to do something that's going to help a lot of people here, calling a halt to it so that I can answer your question, it's a little tough. It's a little tough to justify. I'm sorry about that. I love talking with chat. You guys know I'm always trying to keep up with chat whenever I'm doing Twitch streams and most of these. But while I'm recording right now, it's a little bit difficult for me to do it. I'm really sorry about that. Let's see where we're at. How are we doing? Especially when I have 112 people in here. I had fewer people for the gift stream, which is fine because that's gifts. This has to do with PCs. I get that. But like, I would like to do PC help streams here. I just don't think I can keep up with it. I get more people in the YouTube streams than I do in the Twitch streams. But let's take a look at some of these. All right, Cuddles, we're back in. Let's take a look at some of these ready to ship systems because Alexander PCs is a boutique builder. You must go in understanding that. all of the components are going to be higher quality. It has a lifetime warranty. It has amazing build quality too. It's put together beautifully. I've reviewed 2 Alexander PCs systems before. I've reviewed 2 Alexander PC systems before, and you can go back and check out those videos if you have any doubts whatsoever about like, well, those cost more than getting the same CPU and GPU from another website. Well, yeah, because there's other parts in it, and these are more expensive. And also these guys are putting more care into building it and giving you a lifetime warranty. It's not all about CPU, GPU, price. If that is all you care about, then you probably will never end up with one of those systems that people really are just like, oh man, like this company forever. I'm gonna be with this company forever. That is a sentiment that comes from generally getting something that has a lot of care put into it. And I will say though, I've seen some great builds come out of IbuyPower. It's just, I generally have something to say about it. I have nothing to say about these because they make great decisions with their builds. That's all I'm saying. You can't just think about it in terms of 2 numbers or SKUs and then a price tag. Because if you could just run a computer off of a graphics card and a processor, I would be amazed, because that means it doesn't get any electricity. That's like magic. Wow. No, but there's a lot of components that go into your PC and a lot of places where system integrators can cut corners to get your attention. The thing is, you're stuck with that for years. So... And those are the ones who have the shorter warranties too. Wow, funny how that works. You see what I'm saying? You have to change your way of thinking because you get what you pay for with computers. Unless you go to Overkill. Not there. You don't, yeah. You get about half of what you pay for over there, but whatever. All right, so let's look at what we have listed here. Got the Ryzen 7 7700X and a 3070 Ti for 2768 in, okay, I'm actually going to go into this to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay? Because that sounds like, whoa, that would be cheaper at another website. You're right. Let's see why it isn't cheaper here. Because other websites will tell you, yeah, it's got an X670E motherboard. Okay, well this one has an X670, right? Or B650. Well, there are 4 tiers to Ryzen 7000 series motherboards, 4 chipsets. There is B650 as the lowest, B650E is the next step up, then X670, then X670E. Can you guess which one Alexander PCs would use? Yeah, the best category. Ryzen 7 7700X. That's a lot of 7s in this RTX 3070. I don't want to say the number 7 anymore. On an Asus TUF X670E Plus Wi-Fi motherboard with 32 gigs of Kingston Fury Beast DDR5 5200. Not like over here where these guys are like, yeah, you can make do with 1 stick of DDR5 4800. This is what I'm talking about. This is why the other site's more expensive. It's literally better. So you get what you pay for. Just remember that before you scoff at someone like, I can't believe you bought from them. Believe it. And believe me, they're going to be very happy with it. You guys got to remember something, okay? I'm going to remind you of something here real quick, because guys like me on the YouTubes, we're kind of responsible for this. I mean, I'm pretty new to it. I'm going to go ahead and blame my contemporaries for this because they've been doing it a lot longer. You don't need a 3080. You don't need a 4080. You probably don't even need a 3070 Ti. Most gamers are fine with like a 3060 or a 3060 Ti for what you're going to use it for. If you're not gaming on anything higher than 1080p, don't buy a 3080 or a 4080 for that matter, especially since it's like nearly double the price ish. Knowing what you actually need will show you like, hey, how about I get a balanced system instead of overspending on 2 components and sacrificing everything else, because that's what happens on a lot of other websites. And yes, how am I perpetuating that? Well, I'll see something where it's like, well, this system, man, it's got this and this. And they did cut corners here, and there's no airflow, and the power supply is going to be the bare minimum. Like this one's going to be 600 watts. Actually, That's a bare minimum for this GPU. That is not what these guys do. They build like someone who's building one for themselves. They build like DIY enthusiasts. Remember that. Every time you see a price tag and you're like, yeah, but the other site. Remember, they're not a charity. They're not trying to do you a favor by charging less. They're trying to get you in and get your money. And they still profit off of it. So they're not the good guys for charging less for the CPU and GPU, because you're getting more than that. I think I'm done ranting about that. I'm sorry. But I see that question and I have to answer it. And I hope I'm not offensive when I answer it. I'm just very passionate about this. There are many different system integrators out there. And each one prioritizes things differently, builds things differently, has even a different vibe to it. Figuring out which one's right for you is important, because the kind of person who's a right customer for IbuyPower should never buy from like Digital Storm. And the person who's a right customer for Alexander PCs shouldn't buy from IbuyPower, because they're expecting a certain level of elevation on all the components. They're wanting that lifetime warranty. You see what I'm saying? So if you see me talk about something and it's like, oh, that's awful. That sucks. That's I can't believe they do that. That's terrible. No, it just means it's not right for you. It's going to be right for somebody. They might look at what you got and be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, good. It's not for you. That's for me. It's not all apples to apples. That doesn't just go for this industry either. It's kind of all over the place. So just try to keep an open mind when you're looking at, I don't know, any branch of consumerism really, but everything. It's not all about just your own personal experience. Some things are right for other people that are not right for you. And that's fine. Can you imagine how boring it would be if we were all the same person? Not like literally, just like, you know what I mean. All right, cool. Back to it. I don't know how I was standing on a soapbox considering I'm sitting down. That's talent right there. Okay. So let's talk about the rest of this. Awesome motherboard, awesome RAM, and let's see. Lian Li Galahad 240 AIO. Okay, matching that Lian Li case. So this is coming in the O11 Dynamic Mini, which is a rad case, by the way. You get 2 terabytes of Kingston KC3000. So that, they don't actually tell you for some reason that it's Gen 4, but it's because they tell you up here probably, right? No, TJ, you got to list that it's PCIe Gen 4, because this is a really fast drive, and it's not listed here. It's PCIe Gen 4, 7,000 megabyte per second read and write speeds sequentially up to. That's a really fast drive, and you get 2 terabytes of that. That's way more expensive than the 1 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 drive you're getting in this. This is probably going to cost IbuyPower, like, well, I'm not talking about their cost because I don't really know. I have no idea. But it would cost maybe $60, $50, something like that. Whereas this guy right here, we can actually look up prices. Whereas this guy right here, though, is going to be like 3 times that. So that's where the money goes. Supernova GM 850 watt 80 plus gold rated fully modular power supply. Boy, doesn't that sound nice. It sure does. Oh yeah, also Unifans. 9 Lian Li Unifan SL 120s. Those are the cool ones you've seen. Also sleeved cable extensions. Okay, when you get a custom system from them, you get to choose the color, but yeah, sleeved cable extensions. All the touches, all the extra touches on there. Anyway, I didn't mean to rant so much. I'm sorry. It's just, I've been talking about it for so long. I talk about it in a lot of videos, that you need to separate things. You need to separate, like, your perception when it comes to, like, oh, this should only be worth this much. No. Things are worth whatever anyone's willing to pay for it. And Alexander PCs offers something that places like also Ironside offers. Shorter warranty, but still amazing quality. Viral has the same lifetime warranty, same attention to detail as Alexander PCs, and same enthusiasm. You know, there are places like this where they put you're getting it built by enthusiasts, not by workers, which, by the way, those workers also care about what they do, but they're not in it for the love of it, you know? I mean, they might be. I'm making a lot of assumptions right now, and I should not do that. Okay. So looking back at these, we have a fully water-cooled 5800X 3D 3080 Ti system. All the stuff I said before about the 50... Too many numbers. My brain is melting. Okay, gotta hydrate. 1 second. I like that this is kind of invisible. Hold on. Yeah, it's because it got green on it. Teal-ish green. All right. All the stuff I said before about the 5800X 3D applies here as well, but there's another step to it too. It is a hardline custom loop system. Let's take a look at it real quick. That means maintenance. Maintenance. You must maintain this system a little bit more than if it was just having an all-in-one liquid cooler, which is a maintenance-free closed-loop cooler. This is an open loop. You could literally just open it up and have the liquid spill out if you wanted to. Why would you want to do that? I don't know you. You might have weird hobbies of ruining your computers. I don't know. But in order to keep this in tip-top fighting shape, you're going to have to drain the loop usually from every 6 months to a year. If you have opaque liquid like this, it's usually every like 6 months. So you know, clear liquids that don't have the opaqueness to it, you can leave in a bit longer before you flush it out and replace the fluid. So if you're not comfortable with that, this ain't for you. But that 5800X 3D, I was actually kind of questioning this choice of CPU. I'm gonna be honest. Dan, if you're still here, I actually did question one thing about this build. Because usually what is a hardline custom loop system designed for? It's designed for overclocking, right? And it's a 5800X 3D. And you can't overclock it. It's locked. It doesn't overclock. It's a locked processor. You can't overclock it. So I wasn't sure about why go with the 5800X 3D in this loop, but you know, it will help with longevity. That's one thing. Keeping things cool as they're running at their peak performance helps with longevity. That's for sure. So if you guys think that I think any company is above reproach or above questions or criticism, I don't. It's just some companies rarely ever bring that out of me. It's just these guys usually don't. This is the only one where I was like, huh, why this? You know? Anyway, most people don't overclock anyway, and they want this because it's going to look cool. And I'm down with that. Just make sure that you do the maintenance or you will ruin it. I don't always say maintenance like that. I usually do the lazy way, but I've been saying it like maintenance because I want to. Enunciate. All right. It's still a rad system, and anyone would be lucky to have this. The GPU is going to run like the Dickens and has a 3080 Ti. So there you go. These custom loops like this, you're talking about $1,000 to $1,500 in the custom loop hardware alone. That distro plate reservoir is super expensive. The tubes, the fittings, everything, the labor. So I don't want to hear anybody be like, well, for $43.98, you could get... Who cares? If you're into this, you're into this, and you know how expensive all that hardware is. That just means it ain't for you, and you can move it along. And that's totally fine. That's why we're talking about a lot of different price points. Look like they have a FIFA World Cup system here with a 12700K and a 3070 Ti for $2558. It's got a whole custom print on it. i7 13700K and a 3070 Vision OC. Look at that. Wait, this got sold, didn't it? No. I guess they got a few of these Vision OC cards. I was like, isn't this the same system that someone showed us earlier? No, it's not. It doesn't have the same cables. But okay. I don't build them. I only tech support them. Oh, that's fine. I'll give TJ some crap about it later. Oh, man, that is such a... I got to say, like, I do love the CPU block. I hate the cable management on Corsair stuff. It is so many cables, but I love the way they use LEDs. It is really nice. Next level. This one's $25.98 and has a 13700K and a... what was it? What was the GPU in this? 3070. So, there you go. 1440p gaming all day long. 13th gen Intel. Multitasking, productivity, all that kind of stuff. All in here. And why is it formatted like that? So it's very skinny. it's not undoing that. But DDR5 system too. It's a, you know, DDR5 13th gen system. So there you go. Beautiful case. That is in the it looks like the LANCool 3 on this one. Is that what it is? Oh no, or was it the no, that's the LANCool 215. LANCool 215, awesome giant front RGB fans, 200 millimeters to be exact. Just like on the Centurion that I reviewed before. Here's a ready to ship black Centurion, but with a 13700K and a 3070 Ti. So those are upgrades over the standard Centurion. Pretty substantial upgrades. So if you're looking for a Centurion, you can get a couple of options here. There's a black one and a white one for the Centurions here. I'm gonna go ahead and include these in the spreadsheet because a lot of people love the Centurion, and here are a couple that have upgrades to them. Plus, remember, you can always get $50 off any order from Alexander PCs by using code LGN. LGN is the current code. What am I doing here? I'm doing this. Sorry. I was just scrolling around making y'all dizzy. I'm sorry. Oops. I moved my keyboard and it got me confused. Nope. Not what I meant to do. All right. And that is 2598. Wow, I don't want it to be formatted like that. Cool. What? Oh, that's right. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have number lock on. There we go. I was changing out the hot swappable switches in this in my keyboard here, and one of the pins broke off in the five in the where the leads go for the switches in the where the 5 is. So I can't type 5 until I take out the PCB and try to push that out. That's going to be so much fun. Anyway, so and I'll get the other one here too. Let me put white on this. No, did not mean to do that, but okay. Oh, by the way, another thing you'll notice, ain't no F in the after these Ks. 13700K, no F. That means they spent the extra to get the one that has the built-in graphics. So if you need to troubleshoot it because your GPU is not showing or whatever, you can actually see it. And it doesn't become a paperweight just because your GPU is out or whatever, because you have integrated graphics. Also, for those anyone's going to be editing video, doing anything like that, and encoding video, quick sync. You need to have the iGPU to do quick sync. There's that one. Now, what's the difference here? It's because it's a TI. 3070 Ti in the black one. So there you go. That's the difference. I didn't put the link on the other one. I'll have to go back and get that. What? Sorry, I'm just making sure that y'all have all this information in the spreadsheet. Just takes me some time. Okay. And the price on this one was $26.98. $26.98. There we go. Just gotta get the link for the white one, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, cool, neat, awesome. Okay, so there's also the i9 13900K and a 4090 system for $66.68 with Twitch Pix. What does that mean? Twitch Pix? What does that mean? I don't get it. Well, this has the screen on the front, which is insane. It actually has a screen in the inside of the front there, which is a pretty expensive mod to do. The PNY 4090 is a monster. There it is right there. Also the ROD, like you could just put any 360 cooler on here and call it a day, charge a bunch of money. Nope. They go for the Asus ROG Ryujin 2 360 that has a giant screen on it, really powerful, all that good stuff. Lean Lee Unifans, it's just all top-end hardware. Motherboard, Z690 Hero. Z690 Maximus Hero motherboard. Wait, is there a difference between the Z690 Hero and Maximus Hero? Am I confusing myself? Because I thought they were the same. Because there's this Maximus line, like Maximus Hero, Formula, Apex. So it's all Maximus and then something. So that should be what that is. I don't think I'm wrong. Asus RG Strix 1000 watt, 80 plus platinum. Platinum, baby. There you go. Same drive right here. Kingston Fury Renegade. Actually, Renegade's 300 megabytes per second faster on sequential read speeds. 13900K. Look, it's ridiculous. It is a 24 core, 32 thread processor. All right. You're getting into like server processor territory right there. It's crazy. Trust me, I know. I'm running off of one right now. It's crazy. A 10 terabyte hard drive, because clearly you're going to be doing some kind of content creation, 3D workflow, something like that. Lots of mass storage there. Let's see. And not a cheap one either. Seagate Barracuda Pro. Now, this is, again, right here. The 32 gigs of Kingston Fury Renegade is an interesting choice. This tells me that it's like, hey, we know you're gonna do some video editing or something like that on here, but then you probably want to go 64 gigs at this price point. So, but the thing is, you can always tell them, hey, can you add in some more RAM? And even if it's ready to ship, unless they have it already boxed up, I imagine they'd be willing to throw in a couple extra sticks of RAM just like that, and then it should be off to the races. Good to go. But anyway, I don't know if they'd be able to get. I think they did that for the 6400 speed, and I don't know if it would hit 6400 with 2 DIMMs per slot, 2 DIMMs per channel rather, 4 sticks of RAM. So that's probably why they went with that, to make it as fast as humanly possible. And I need to get over thinking that everybody needs to have 64 gigs of RAM if they're editing video. Not everybody needs that. I do, but not everybody does. There's the Black Flag Core i7 12700K3080 system there with a custom paint job. And then this last one, the Lich King 13900K 4080. Oh, it's gone. It's sold out. Never mind. All right, we're done. All right, next one then. Let's take a look at Power GPU, see if they got anything. I know I'm kind of hurrying now because I've lingered way too long on my rants and all that nonsense, and Cuddles is just going to be shaking his head, watching the icicles fall off as he shakes his head because it's cold up there in Canadian land. Okay, ready to ship right there. What do we got? What do you got for me, Jesse? What do you got? That is all out of stock. Well, congratulations, Power GPU, on selling all these PCs. But not really a way to get one to anyone quick at this point. So that's how it goes. These are really nice, though. Power GPU knows their way around building a PC. Like, damn. They can build some really attractive PCs, I got to tell you. But nothing that's going to fit within our criteria for this stream. All right, who else can we look at that's going to have ready-to-ship systems? I don't want to go to retail. I don't want to go to Amazon or Best Buy. I mean, I did tell myself that at some point I would go to Amazon and just like really scrutinize, like try to find something that looks good, that looks like it would be okay. Like is anything that actually lists specs. Power GPU lists are ready to ship on Fridays. Well, we are 25 minutes away. You know what, guys? All right. Here's what you do. If you're watching this video now, if you're watching this video later, I will have listed ready to ship ones in the spreadsheet. They should be there. Be sure to check that out because I'll be able to see them tomorrow. It's Thursday right now, so it's the day before. Late to the stream here, but wanted to personally thank you for helping out with our fundraiser so much. I'm late to the party, man. I mean, I mentioned it a few times, but like, you know, I needed to give it more attention. It's just I hadn't been posting regular videos for a while. I stopped posting regularly and I was doing more streams during all the craziness. But yeah, thanks for coming in, and I'm glad it's working out. Actually, I have a recommendation for Amazon. I was thinking about buying a PC from Skytech. If you're buying it off of Amazon, are you buying it from Skytech? No, stop saying that, Bray. Stop acting like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm so just in my habit on that. It's just... And earlier I was even saying, like, oh yeah, if you get it off of Amazon, like, I think you get more Skytech-y kind of care put in the builds, even for their Amazon ones, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. Format error from Amanda. What does that mean? Oh, format error from Amanda. Oh, okay. Well, Jacob, I forgot you were here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just on the site. But yeah, I was actually, you know what, dude? I'm a fan of your builds. I was actually calling you out on a couple things where I was like, why this? Why is this a thing? All right, you want me to show you what I mean? I mean, he's a confident guy. He's not gonna be like, well, I can't believe Bray didn't agree with me on one thing. So you wouldn't recommend me buying one from Amazon. And if you're trying to get it by Christmas, you might have to if it's a Skytech one. Skytech doesn't have anything ready to ship, like ready to go, as far as I know. But yeah, I'll show you what I meant. It was this one here. I love this build. It is gorgeous. It is rad, and it has all my favorite colors in it. Like, you gave it RGB colors. Clearly. That's my mascot's colors. You're just digging at me, man. But I was saying that you generally will do a hardline custom loop for overclocking purposes, if it's not just for decor, of like the coolness factor. It also helps with longevity of components. If they're running at good temperatures all the time, that's great. But it's 5800X3D and you can't overclock it. I mean, not in the traditional sense anyway. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry. I did have a question though, TJ. On this one here, I mean, this one is clearly a monster. But if someone said like, hey, I want to use this for video editing, can you give me can you make it 64 gigs of RAM? Is this all boxed up, taped up, like ready to ship? Because it says ready to ship, so I'm assuming that's the case. Would y'all be able to do that if someone wanted that? Just popping in a couple more sticks of RAM and making sure it's okay. Yeah, C-Brew. As I was saying earlier, if you're in a rush, you can't find anything anywhere, and Amazon's your only option, you for some reason have to have it by Christmas. I've been saying, like, hey, if you can't get it by the holidays, relax. It's okay. They'll still be happy to eventually get it if it's a week or two later. But if, you know, just tell them that you bought them a PC. It's on the way. So, and if that's the case, if you're cool with that, I'd say, yeah, buy from the system integrator first. But we'll take a peek at Amazon. It's always hilarious, if anything. It's always a good time. It's funny. Okay, I think maybe TJ got mad at me. Oh, there we go. Here we go. We can make small changes to ready ships, i.e. swap RAM, add storage, stuff like that, but we won't change CPU, GPU board. Perfect. That's cool. Most companies wouldn't do that. I thought you weren't answering because you were mad at me for talking about the 5800X3D thing. I was like, hey man, it's my job. Not sure Skytech will get it to me by Christmas, even though they said 10 days to ship. Well, 5800X3D, we were trying to do a low-cost water-cooled build. Well, yeah, no. And it's a high-performance one, too. And again, it running at peak performance with lower temperatures is good for how long it's going to last. It's going to have better longevity. But that's not... Honestly, overclocking isn't as much of a thing anymore. People are still doing these liquid-cooled builds and aren't really as interested in overclocking, but it's just because it is better cooling. Cooling is good for performance. So, that was just me pointing something out. I'm sorry. It's awesome looking, though. God, man. Okay, so none of these were here. So, yeah, come on. If you check out the video on Monday, I'll have whatever they dropped on Friday. Tomorrow, I'll throw that in the list. Although it sells fast. Power GPU sells these ready ships up pretty quick. So, because they hype them up a lot, and for good reason. So, let's see. Okay, we're going to go into the danger zone. Dude, TJ, you should have seen some of this. I was trying to go back to looking at Cyberpower PC. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was bad. It was real bad. I really should put that one system in there. I should put that one system. Even though I hate the motherboard, I should do it. It is a decent deal. 12700F. And it's just, man, I hate seeing an M-ATX board in a full ATX case. I hate that so much. As if you guys didn't already know that. They even went with the 1156 CPU fan on a 12700F. Basically, you're buying a 6700 XT with a computer wrapped around it for $1099. I can't, man. I can't. I'll come back to that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. All right? Let's look at Amazon. This is already against my better judgment enough. Like, who goes to Amazon and just searches gaming PC? I'm not happy about this, but let's give it a shot. Oh, perfect. The one that shows up immediately. The HP Pavilion Gaming Beast. With that 1650 Super and the 10100, you'll be playing games until... Okay. Yeah, obviously some pretty bad options off the bat. These are Asus RG. Asus RG makes some awesome components. That's what I have to say about their pre-built PCs. They make some good components. Okay. Yeah, we're off to a pretty bad start. So let's just scroll. Unscroll. No. Never. Not Alienware. Not ever. Okay? Come on, guys. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Very, very bad. Very bad cooling. Very bad design. Also, the Linus Tech Tips video on this was very interesting. On these treasure box PCs. Really interesting. You know who we haven't looked at? We haven't looked at Yeean. I think they're on here. And they're on their own site, too. I've seen some pretty decent Lenovo Legion systems. And some that weren't. So... Okay. Well, kind of hard to mess this one up, isn't it? Oh, wow. That's a lot of systems in this option here. I'm going to tell you that the place that gets probably the least desirable IbuyPower systems is Best Buy. I think they have a special deal with them, whereas Amazon's a little bit different. But yeah, this one is pretty good. It's good. 32 gigs DDR4. It doesn't give us a spec on that. What's the frequency? Okay. The frequency is DDR4. Amazon? Okay. Here we go. DDR4 3200. 32 gigs. Okay, sure. 12700K F. Of course it's the F. All right. 3070. And by the way, that 32 gigs of DDR4 is not two sticks of 16 gigs. It is 4 sticks of 8 gigs. You cannot take 2 more sticks of this and like make it 64 if you ever wanted to down the line. 1 terabyte M.2 drive, probably PCIe Gen 3. VR ready doesn't mean anything. Add expandable storage. Yeah, okay, we know. Okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. There are better deals on IbuyPower's direct website. So that's a no from me, dog. Nope. Now, yeah, these are probably you're probably gonna have a better chance of getting these before Christmas, but there are only 3 left in stock, and it is 3 days before this video is even gonna come out. So whatever. Oh boy. Come on, if you had a time machine, you could buy an Alienware pre-Dell. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Old school Alienware, man, their laptops were monstrous. They still are. Their laptops are still pretty cool. They just need to stop building desktops. They need to understand that they shouldn't do that anymore. They need to admit that to themselves and to everyone else. Okay, wow. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. I hate all of these. All right, what do we got here for this? 877 for the Cyberpower PC, 12100F, 6500 XT. No, I guess. No, 6500 XT is so bad. They really neutered that card, guys. I'd rather you get this Skytech with a 10100F 1650 than, I mean, they'll perform similarly for less and has better airflow. To be fair, this does have some perforations in the front panel, but there's more material than perforations. That's not the ideal ratio. Meaning it's more solid than having holes in it. Yeah, if someone searches gaming PC, Amazon should be just like ostracized for thinking that putting something called a Lenovo Idea Center should be a popular result for a search that says gaming PC. So let's narrow this down. We're going to get rid of all the OEMs. And unfortunately, I have to list ASUS as an OEM there. And we're just going to get our system integrators in here. Where did they all go? Where did they... What? Give me more options. Okay. I hate this website. I hate Amazon. I don't like it. Okay, let's try this. Don't change the page yet, please. Oh my God. Now I can't expand the list. I hate this website. It is so bad for searching up technology. And I don't want to send you to Newegg. Like, they've done crooked stuff within a year ago and got caught. Like, they ain't cleaned up their act yet. I don't feel right doing that. It's my responsibility if I send you somewhere to, like, at least give you a good chance of not getting screwed over. Newegg is on their best behavior. I know that. Okay? I know that. And they will be for a while. So you're probably safe shopping there. Maybe safer than here, honestly, because, like, at least you can find things there. Okay, what is this? Velstorm. This is a high airflow case. We're going to take a look at this. I'm just tearing my hair out over here, obviously, not literally. Oh, it's 11th gen Intel. Nope, swerve. No thanks. Not bad. I know I'm just... Look, guys, I'm very uncomfortable right now being here. I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't know. It's just it feels like, you know, I don't know. It doesn't feel good. I don't get excited about this kind of thing like I do with going with the what is this supposed to be with this graphic? Like, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make this a gaming PC. Shut up, HP. Hey, there's Yi in here. Here we go. Yi and Katana. I know they're supposed to have a case with a mesh front panel, but I don't know where it is. 12400F, 3060. Yo! Yin coming through. All right, cool. There, a $250 coupon. Yo, there you go. I'm not signing in. So this actually is going to be $1,050 with a 12400F and a 3060, okay? And we got to look at more pictures, though. I got to see more. I've actually been in the room where they build these. We actually did a tour of the Yin shop, too. We just need to release it. We need to come out with that. It was just we're so behind on all other content. But it was at TwitchCon that we went. And no, these guys know what they're doing, what they're building. They do care about what they're doing. It's just, this was back, this case is a leftover from when they were still using not very high airflow cases. They're shifting to mesh front panel cases, but they still have a bunch of these. So if you have something that's a 12400F and a 3060, it's not going to kick out as much heat as, like, I don't know, 13700K and a 3080 is going to put out a lot more heat than this. It should be okay. The downside, though, is you should be able to remove that front glass panel if you want to. I just don't know if there's a filter in front of that. Like, that would be in front of the fan still, so it may be unfiltered air at that point. You might nick your finger in there if you're not careful. So it's not my favorite case, that's for sure. But yeah, Yin Gaming right here. That's at least a well-spec'd out system. And they have a whole list of systems here. 12700KF and 3060 Ti. I'm about to, like, ban system integrators from buying F-SKU CPUs. It's just all they want to do. Certain ones. All right, TJ, I know you're better than that. I know you don't do that. Shifts from To Do Best Inc. Why not from Yi indirectly? Well, okay. All right. I don't know how I feel about it now because it's not from Ian. We can just go to their website. We can just look there. How about that? Skytech Archangel 10400F 1660 Super 1141. Let's see what that would cost on their site. Similar specs. Let's just take a look. I know I'm all over the place. It's just I'm trying to get my footing here. I'm out of my comfort zone. Yes, eventually website. Eventually. Come on. Okay. We can go here and actually choose the components. So we were looking at the one with the 10400F and a 1660 Super. Let's see if there's something similar here and what price it comes in at. All right, 10400F. And there is nothing with a 1660 Super. But for cheaper, you can get it with a 3060 instead of a 1660 Super. How about that? Plus, you know, you got a high airflow case, all that good stuff. Yeah. Just wait the wait. You know, like if it's going to make you wait for it, if it's not going to be there on time, you're better off saving $250 and getting a better GPU. You feel me? You feel me. Zon N, we're not going there. I'm not doing that. They don't belong on my channel. As far as I've heard, I haven't had anyone else tell me that I've been in any more of their ads. So, thank goodness. But yeah. Pennywise straight up just said, want recommendations on full-size keyboard and mouse. That's not really my thing. Check Random Frank P. Nico Knows Tech does some of that stuff too. Other channels that focus on peripherals. I do the PC that everything that they connect to. That's my thing. Also in our Discord, there's, you know, people who are more into that stuff as well who you can chat with. Also, hi, welcome. Oh, but yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the stream. And for all of you guys who've come in and said hi, and I didn't say hi back. Hi back. I'm sorry. I get all in when I'm recording. I get very much. Well, I don't obviously because I'm rambling a lot, but I don't know. I feel weird also because I haven't streamed in a while. That throws me off too. Wow, HP. What the hell is this? Hold on, I gotta see this. I got to see this. Why would they build it like... Okay, is that the top? I mean, it looks like it has dual intake ventilation on both sides of the front, but like then it's solid? What did they do? Why did they do this? That does nothing. How does this thing breathe? It's just solid there. I mean, I need to get a better look at it clearly, but like... That's the back of the PC. It has an exhaust fan. And then that's the top of the PC. And it has exhaust, but... What is it exhausting other than my patience? See, this is OEM stuff. It's bit my cheek again. You know how it is. You do it once, you're going to do it 50 times. All right. This is the thing about OEM stuff, man. They do stuff like that, and it's aggravating. I can't. I don't want to look at this anymore. Get out of my face. All right. I got to find something good on here. And I'm going to see... You know what? We'll also go to Ian's website and look at a couple systems there. Ah, I misspelled it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I got 4000 series. There you go. Man, that looks chunky in there. Look at that. That website adjustment made me dizzy. I'm curious, though. I'm curious as to how long it would take. Are these built? Are they ready to go? The Odachi does have the mesh front panel as well. What is this one? 7950X 4090, 13700KF, 4080. What are the... Why is there not a price on it? I guess we got to click it. It's going to be pricey. $29.99, really? Not bad. Wow. Okay. All right. It's a little buggy. Little buggy on the site. Stop that. Stop it. So looks like it's got, yeah, it's got the mesh front panel. It has, unless I'm wrong about that. I hope I'm not, because that would be embarrassing. It looks like it. Yeah. Okay, that's all just Intel and NVIDIA ad materials, marketing materials. What? Okay. Rare combination beauty power, top performing components, armed with a new. Okay, yeah. What about the case? Well, it looks like it has a mesh front panel, and it should. Descriptions, perhaps. Vector mesh front. There you go. Cool. Got it. Just had to double check. Let's see. 13700 KF. That's an expensive system, but 13700 KF. Let's see. 32 gigs DDR5. What is the frequency? Probably down here. 5200. Okay, cool. Z790. A 1 terabyte NVMe Gen 4 plus a 2 terabyte 3.5 inch spinning hard drive. So 1 terabyte of good fast storage, and then 2 terabytes of you don't need this. It's very slow storage. 6 RGB fans. Vector mesh front is the case. 850 watt power supply for the 13700 KF, and 4080 should be okay. Should be fine. Well, I don't know if there's any like extra, you get free shipping, but there might be a thing on here. Let's just check it out real quick. I'm just curious as to when you would get it. Does it tell us? Let's see. It doesn't have a ship by date or anything like that. It says free shipping. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. My spreadsheet is a lot shorter than I hoped for because of Cyberpower. I'm gonna go ahead and put that system on there. I'm not really happy with it, but I am gonna add that one because it is a hell of a deal for that GPU. Pretty much, that's it. And also, the 12700 is a great processor. 12700F. You could swap out the motherboard for one that's gonna have, you know, more expandability, better power delivery, all that good stuff. And you definitely are gonna want a better cooler. But at $1,099 minus $100 because you get $100 off, that's very good. With a 6700 XT. So we'll add it. We'll do it. All right. It's so weird doing this with no music. Sorry about that if that's awkward for you, but 12700F. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Wrong thing. And 6700 XT. Now, if you're wondering, what is a 6700 XT? I thought all cards were 3080s. No. If you're that new to it, I get why you might think that, because it's like all anyone talks about is NVIDIA mostly. But lately, you will have been hearing a lot more about AMD GPUs, especially with them launching the new 7000 series ones. I didn't really see that being pushed very much while we were looking, but then again, I didn't look in any configurators. I should probably check that. But generally, since they just got them, they're not going to be in any ready-to-ship systems. Some system integrators that are getting them now are just getting them. So they won't be ready to go in time for the holidays, which is the whole theme of this stream. So, yeah. There's no, like, name for this. Oh, yeah, there is. GX 7610. That at least sounds like some kind of computer component. All right, pricing at $10.99. That is a startling price. It's really good. For a 6700 XT, that's going to be able to game at 1440p, no problem. So for $1,099, I mean, sure, go for it. It looks like you can pop off that front panel, get better airflow if you want. Don't know if it'll be filtered or not, but, you know, it's all to what you guys want. If you want something that you can upgrade, you can definitely upgrade this one. They left you a lot of room for that. And the 12700F is going to be outshadowed by any KCU processors and many things. And, of course, 13th gen. but it's still a very capable gaming CPU. Especially for that price, you're getting 8 cores, 16 threads. No. Oh, hold on. 8 cores, 4... What, did it still have P cores? Because I know that the 12600 non-K loses its P cores. Let's see. 12700F. Just make sure I got that right. All right. Yep, 8 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores, 20 total threads. Because it's 16 threads on the 8 performance cores, and then it's only going to have 4 on the 4 efficiency cores. They are single-threaded. Really high max turbo frequency for the times, 4.9 gigahertz. And yeah, the system will be able to have the 13th gen upgrade down the line if you want. And yeah, it's honestly, it's fine. It's a good system. I just don't like the choices made. I hope Cuddles didn't leave too much of my rant in on that one in the final video edit. Guys, I'm tired and hungry. I gotta wrap this thing up soon. Aren't Alienware laptops still good? Yeah, I just said that earlier. I was like, the laptops are still good. Oh yeah, that was actually when Dan said that. So yes. I scrolled back. I got confused. Starforge, I don't know about them when it comes to getting things out really quickly. That's why I didn't cover like Phoenix PCs, because their whole thing is based around with Phoenix PCs. With Phoenix PCs, it's all based around building it live on stream. So by definition, they won't get them out super quick. In fact, after Black Friday, they're probably going to be too backed up in order to do that. Not like super backed up, but like not to where they're going to rush an order. The whole point of this stream was not to say, hey, let's talk about all the system integrators I know of. No, I was looking for systems that you could get quickly. That's why I was looking on Amazon, and I'd like to find something that's like a hell of a find here. I want to find something that's a really good find. Blaze 3.0, 12400F, 3060, 1099. That right there, that's a good system right there. Okay, 1099. It's just it's a little hard to sell this, considering the 12700F and 6700 XT, but if you don't want that one, and if you don't want to go with Cyberpower PC, go here with this one. I'll put that in the list. Just remember, guys, it's not just about buying your PC and then you're done. Whatever company you go with, you're going to have to deal with if there's ever any issues. Okay? So go to the Discord, look at the SI testimonials, see some reporting from people who have dealt with that kind of stuff. Because it's not going to be affected by any bias of just like... You'll eventually start finding some bias when it comes to entire review sections, things like that. I ask that everyone be as honest and open as possible, even if they love their PC. If there was anything wrong with it, please list it. Justin Arsenault, Best Buy is better. Best Buy sucks. Unless you're just buying components, do not buy your high-performance gaming machine from Best Buy. See? We have a very strong differing of opinion there. I have had many bad experiences myself, and you know I'm in a position where people share their bad experiences with me. Best Buy is, let's just say username does not check out when it comes to being called Best Buy, all right? It's just, you know, I heard a lot of horror stories about people dealing with Best Buy. Now, I've had some great experiences with Best Buy. Like when it comes to my camera. I bought a camera from there, had a problem with it. Man, they didn't have another one, so they gave me full value on a camera I paid sale price for, and I got a camera upgrade for free a year after I bought it. That was awesome. Don't buy your high-performance gaming PC from them. It's a bad... I've seen a lot of, you know, heard a lot of bad situations come out of that. I'm not just saying it out of my own bias. I'm saying it out of my experience and things that I've been told from other consumers. Kyle Schuler, that is misinformation right there. The 4090s weren't catching on fire. The connectors were melting because they weren't completely connected, meaning it was basically user error. So. But, you know, every time, and that's not me correcting you, that's me correcting everybody who ever says that, because I hear it all the time. I've been running a 4090 here for a few weeks now, and it's fine. It has no problems, because even though I've had to remove it a couple times, I just make sure it's all the way in there. I cannot pull it out, and it's all the way in. And it's good. There you go. It's funny because, can we just point this out? AMD is acting like they're all smart for not using that connector. They were part of the group that designed it. They were part of that whole group of companies. They're part of the problem. It's just they weren't, I guess they weren't ready to use it. They decided not to use it for the generation well before the melting issues even happened. And then they're all like, yeah, you have safety with it. It's like, shut up. You were part of it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm not responding to you saying that. I always respond to it, just making sure everybody knows that it is safe to use 4090s as long as you're not, you know, casual with connecting that 12 plus 4 VH PWR or 12 VH PWR connector. But all right, back to business here. There is an $85 coupon on this, so that actually brings it down in price, down to nearly at that, you know, just over $1,000. And there are several different specs. I believe the coupon's going to work for any of them. Now, I'm not going to have a coupon code for you, but there is a coupon right here. And you can, if you use my affiliate link, you're still supporting the channel without spending an extra penny. In fact, you should be saving some money. But this goes all the way up to, looks like the Prism 2. But there's no coupon for that. But this one link takes you to a lot of systems. Interesting. But I'm going to link this one because it has an extra coupon on there. And you know what? Say what you like. The reviews are really good. So I was all talking about like, yeah, reviews, negativity. But then again, some of them could be fake reviews. I don't know. I can't really picture Skytech doing that. I've been working with them on stuff for like, I don't know, 9-10 months now. And I just don't get that vibe from them. You guys know who I've gotten that vibe from. And I turned out to be 100% right. Although that took me a while to recognize what it was. Okay, well, I'm going to link this one. This is a good deal. I wish I had larger storage, but storage is easy to add. One of the easiest things you can do. Don't be afraid of slight modification, guys. They're really easy. And a 12400F, great gaming CPU, and a 3060. 1080p gaming, some 1440p gaming, especially esports titles, no problem. All day long. Okay, prices, I guess it would be 1015, okay, or 1014. I'll just put the 1099. Just don't forget to click on that. Okay, there's a 12400F and a 3060. That's good. That's a good deal. There you go. And then I need to generate the link real quick. Let me just get to my Amazon over here. And voila. Okay. Bam, boom, zippity bop. What's up, Pandalisk? How are you doing? Yeah, my C10 OLED had an issue, and it was extremely easy with Best Buy to get it fixed. Yeah, just not computers, guys. I'm telling you. I'm not saying Best Buy is awful at all commerce. They wouldn't still be around if that's the case. But I've been helping people with computers for a long time, longer than I've had the YouTube channel. And I can't tell you how many stories where I'm fixing someone's PC start with, yeah, I took it to Geek Squad, but I'm telling you. Just listen to me, please. It's a bad time. Exotic PC has some ready to ship. I don't like Exotic PC at the moment. Not until they remove the GT710 from their lineup of GPUs will I cover them, because it's one of those things. It's one of those things, right, where it is deceiving consumers, whether they intend to or not. Here's the plan, right? Here's what they do. They have their whole front page and they're like, this PC starting at this price. And then you're going to have some, you know, really happy, like 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid who's like, man, my mom said I could finally get a gaming PC. And wow, these look really cool. And then you go to the page for that PC and it shows a picture with every option you could get, this rad PC build. And it doesn't say anywhere shown with options or anything. It's just like, no, this is the PC. There you go. And you can technically add it to your cart without ever really digging into the specs. And that PC would get a GT710. It is not or as a GT1030. Either way, that's like a display card. It's like a display adapter. It's hardly a gaming GPU. They do that so they can have the lowest possible price on the starting at price. Okay? It's just a tactic. And I hate that. I don't see anyone else using that low of a GPU to do that. Well, I mean, yeah, on Amazon and, you know, different retailer sites, but I'm talking about a system integrator who carries these GPUs. They have to have them in stock. Why else would they if they're going to list them, they need to have them, right? So if they're happy to sell PCs with GT710s or GT1030s, that's fine, I guess, but I can't recommend it. It's the same thing with the, what the hell are they called? Extreme PC Canada. I told them straight up, like, you need to remove that. That is deceptive and also dumb. Why would you charge an extra $400, now $350 by the way, to give someone a better build quality? That's entirely in your control. Doing a good job, that's it. So if you don't have extra money lying around, guys, you're not going to get a quality build from Extreme PC Canada, so don't go to them. Go to literally anybody else except for light or exotic PCs. Anyway, it doesn't take a lot to get on that list of, but it also doesn't take a lot to get back off of it. Okay? I'm not an egomaniac here thinking that I could change the world or like that I'm just hopelessly idealistic. But this is my channel. And that's where I get to be like, no, I'm going to be selfish here. I don't like what you do, and I'm not going to, other than giving you some bad coverage, some importantly honest coverage, actually, that's it. Fix that, then we'll talk. And then they don't fix it. Or they just never reach out to me. That's an or thing. Because one of those companies did reach out to me and never fixed the problem. So they clearly think it's okay to do that thing that they're doing. So it's also okay for me to not show them as an option because I don't think they're a good one. Anyway, I'm basically going to do some more shopping around on my own. Keep an eye or bookmark that spreadsheet right there. I'm actually thinking that the best move for me, because this is all about helping people who are on a time-sensitive thing, on a time crunch, I think the best move for me is going to be to really dig into Amazon and try to find more stuff that is acceptable, because we found a couple that were okay. And I mean, this one, the Blaze 3.0, ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon. I do like to see that. Ish. There are some small businesses that we do want to support, but there's some of them that are out there scamming people. So it's like, it's hard. It's really hard as a consumer. I know this because I am a consumer. But yeah, I think that that's going to do it for this one. We'll I'll just keep an eye on the spreadsheet, bookmark that thing. I may add a couple more companies if they reach out to me, show me, send me some links to the deals that they have. Cool. I'll add them to the list, and then you guys will have a guide for shopping over the next few days. I just don't recommend you wait too long if you need something by Christmas, because most of these companies are now beyond the point of no return on that. A man can still meme, can't he? I suppose so. Yeah, Kyle. I just worry because people will take that meme as actual information. And it does spread, like a lot. And not to say that NVIDIA couldn't use a little kick in the jewels here to sort of realize that they're pricing themselves out of the market, but that ain't the way to do it. You do that with your wallet. You don't do that with misinformation, basically, even if it's a joke. I do get it, though. Can I get a free PC? I only Core CPU Plus. Are you okay? T-Town Scott. When are you on Twitch again? Sunday. I should be on Twitch Sunday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Panda's doing good. Took your advice and doing a 2-computer system, one for rendering and streaming, and another one for gaming. Hey, there you go. That's awesome. That's cool. Who did you go with for that? Man, it's been a while since I've done the PC recommendation streams. Real bad. Skytech is a Canadian company, I believe. No, they're not. They're not. They're in Ontario, California. There is a Skytech in Canada, but it's like Skytech Technologies or something. And they do those refurbished PCs. I just saw it in Alliance Tech Tips video. That is not the same Skytech, as far as I know. Now, they're in Ontario, California. I keep wanting to say Ontario, Canada, but it's California. They are an American company. But I do believe they ship to Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going back through some chat things now, but yeah. But Walter, I'm sorry. I don't mean to shoot you down. I feel like I've been like shooting people down on this stream. I don't mean to be negative. I'm not. I'm sassy when I'm tired and hungry. And I usually stream when I'm tired and hungry. I shouldn't be doing that. That was a PC I was talking about. Sweet. You had a good eye then, Darth Marco. That was a good one. Bought an HP one from Best Buy 5+ years ago. Still works to this day. Good thing. Getting service on that can be rough. But I'm glad it works. I don't begrudge you for buying something that I wouldn't have recommended. That's fine. People are allowed to disagree with me. In fact, that's how I learn stuff, is by discussing stuff. But I have just heard a lot of, it's just been... Some companies have ups and downs. Some are very consistent. That's all I'll say about that. There's a Gamer Tech in Toronto, small system integrator. Interesting. Oh, with Alexander PCs. Okay, cool. I just got a PC. It has a... Okay. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but, I mean, it will run. It should play games at 1080p pretty well. Just, here's one thing here's the best thing. Kime Future, it's actually a smart move, and I'm going to tell you why. For those who are just getting their first PCs, if you're getting something that is an absolute monster, there's a really important lesson that you will never learn. Because you don't have the capability of learning this lesson. How to fine-tune your graphics settings for best performance. Because you don't have to. If you come in with a budget PC, you need to learn how to fine-tune your graphics settings to get the balance of pretty visuals and smooth gameplay that you're looking for. And if you go with just a top-of-the-line PC right off the bat, that's just never going to be in the cards for you. You're never going to need to learn that. You know? It's like how we have devolved and lost the ability to memorize phone numbers because of smartphones. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I mean, most of you probably aren't my age, but like, or as old as me, but like, I used to memorize phone numbers like that. It used to be easy. Now, convenience. Well, Frank, she does sometimes. Just not this time. Man, I'm gonna go get some tacos. One of the best things about living in Texas, you can get good Mexican food just about any time. Sleepy setup tour. Yes, I have one. You should check it out. It's an older one, but yeah, it's pretty rad. DF Starfield, you're always the most wholesome. How do you manage that? You are also consistent. How do you manage to be wholesome all the time? Building a PC soon, waiting on my GPU to arrive Monday. Congrats. That's awesome. I was only asking because on their site it only shows the US. That is interesting. Not sure. I'll have to, if it's Skytech we're talking about, I'll have to ask him. The GT710, is it good for mid-end gaming in 2022? It is not a gaming GPU. It is a display adapter. Do not buy that. I think I'm being trolled, but yeah, no, it's not good. Okay. What price range is a high-end PC? I mean, you probably like upper mid-range is hitting about 2,500, right? And probably about like that's upper mid-range. But prices on PCs are rising so fast with like Nvidia not helping at all and like fluctuations in GPU prices. I can't really say right now. But if someone comes in and says, I got $3,500 for a PC, yeah, that's a high-end PC. And then, of course, it can go higher than that. But you could actually, depending on the market at the time, if you're building DIY, you could get away with a $2,500 high-end PC, or that same $2,500 will give you a mid-range PC. It just depends on GPU pricing at the time and availability. It's been so volatile over the last 2 years. I used to be able to rattle off stuff like that, but like it's been so volatile that it's hard to make those assessments. But anyway, thank you for your advice and honesty. Always. That's what I do. That's I know that sometimes I can be abrasive, and I don't mean to be. Like, I love you guys for hanging out with me. Seriously. Even with the troll questions. I don't care. Thank you. Think of it this way. I think all of us know somebody, right? That, like, if they're your friend, they give you crap all the time. And if they don't really like you, they're polite and they otherwise don't pay attention to that person, right? I think we've all known someone like that. I like you guys, so I give you crap sometimes. I'm sorry. Genuinely, thank you so much. Like, I never want to come off as unappreciative of you guys. For everyone who did super chats, I'm going to turn around, throw that over to the Alexander PCs thing tomorrow after I've sort of seen how much it is. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for helping me do that. I know it was just intended to be support, and that's what you're doing. You're supporting me in my endeavors, and I endeavor to try and support that GoFundMe, because how it should be, guys, is if someone is... I'm going to turn off the recording. Let me close out the video. But let me say this real quick. If someone is your friend, what is important to them should be important to you. It won't... you're not guaranteed that that'll be the case, but it should be something to strive for. Share what they care about. Okay. All right, guys, so that's not the full list. I'm going to keep searching over the weekend, and I'll be adding more to the spreadsheet here, so be sure to click that in the link in the description below. And also, I'm going to go ahead and combine that with the holiday deals spreadsheet. So you have one spreadsheet to go to where you can find a bunch of stuff for the holidays, either, high-dollar gaming PCs or mid-range budget gaming PCs, or even a bunch of cool tech gifts. And if you do use the Amazon affiliate links, it does support me, and I do appreciate that, but it doesn't cost you a penny, which means I don't feel guilty about it. So that's good. It's just a way to support the channel, show your support without having to drop a bunch of money. And I do like that. So if you use those, much appreciated. And yeah, I will see you guys on stream. I'm going to be back. Okay. I will see you guys on stream. I'm going to be back to Twitch. So I know I missed a couple streams there. I'm very sorry. But if you guys see the speed that content's coming out, you see I'm working my butt off over here. But it's all to help out. And all right, guys. Until the next time. Take care. Should have my little ending thing, right? Which I do that for the stream too, so. I'm from India and still use a GT710. I'm not trolling. Well, of course, it will display things that you want it to display. It's difficult to use it like that. But be sure to give more context next time, because people come in and ask, I've been asked questions like that in a trolling fashion before, so that's what it did come off as. Oof, I'm late to the stream. Hi, Bray. We're ending it now. Kuya Christos. But thanks for coming in anyway. Appreciate that. Can you list parts for us who want to build our own PC? Yes, on the Twitch streams, which are Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Not tonight, obviously. At around 8 p.m. Central. And I'm starting those back up on Sunday. I missed a couple of them. But yeah. Where's the spreadsheet? In the description. The link is in the description. The link is in the description, and I'm going to add it to the deals channel on the Discord as well. And that will be expanding over the weekend. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Let me actually grab that now, drop it in the deals channel, so you guys have it. Okay. Let me just, okay, no, stop it. All right, cool. And bring up Discord. You know what? I'll do this right after stream. I'm going to go ahead and end it because now I'm just killing time hanging out with you guys. Of course, I'm happy with that because, you know, we still have a lot of viewers and stuff, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. If you're not already part of the Discord and you want help with this kind of stuff, we have other people there who are very helpful. We have volunteer techies who volunteer their time to help out just because they want to help, and that's a big part of the community. So be sure to join that. The link is in the description for that as well. And yeah, you can ask questions in the Tech Questions forum. Just be sure to read the pinned posts in every channel where it has them. Okay, read the pinned post before you post anything, and it helps save a whole bunch of time for everybody, because we tell you how to ask the questions to provide the most information that we need to help you out as well as possible. Well, thanks guys so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go get some tacos and get back to editing finishing up tomorrow's video coming out tomorrow, and that's the gift one from last week, and then this one's coming out Monday, and then 2 PC reviews, and then a laptop review and a monitor review all this month on Breathorn. My channel is my name. That's weird. I should probably change that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Take care, and see you tomorrow and Sunday.
Let's go, nerds!